Tashir is not necessarily in the best of place, even though there's fewer enemies around. You know, that post-war economic crash, maybe.
We basically exterminated all the goblins.
They're
and
a major
bugbears.
threat, right?
They should be no longer a threat for an appreciable amount of time, probably years. Lord Babinal is here for the first piece of bread, and you can see this light, and it grows brighter, and it grows brighter. Everyone takes notice. As standing before you is the goddess Martha herself.
Shut the fuck
Her
up.
face enraged.
Oh, shit.
As she looks around. You!
Malchus gave us a wink, is what I'll say.
You made us,
She
Martha.
looks to the sky.
You did this.
And she calls out, Brother! What's done is done, sister. The die has been cast. It's for the betterment. We all think this is the right thing to do.
All right. I need to see a man about a dwarf. But the thing is, Master Dwarf, that's not why we've come here. We have been told by the gods, we've been given a holy quest. And our quest is to search out, I lower my voice, the floating fortress.
Well, why don't you ask your questions? I'll tell you what I can give you free, and then I'll tell you what the charge is to get answers and how long it'll take to get answers for the rest of your questions. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Floating Fortress. I've got on the map for us over here a fancier, cleaner version of what we were talking about last time.
Very nice.
And, you know, this could be expanded. This could be contracted. Positioning could be adjusted. The angles could be adjusted. So depending on exactly how you want to measure this stuff, like you could end up with a lot of different answers. Usually you want 2 points to make a line and a third point to confirm a line. So let's see if we can get some more information about this. Yeah.
So Jamie's got control over this? Is that what you're saying?
Jamie can control it.
Okay, cool.
I think like we can move this around on the map and stuff like that. But like in character, I feel like Elijah with his mathematics proficiency could probably figure this out in a way where he can calculate a bunch of potential points in the desert that could correspond to being on the lines depending on how this is positioned, right? And then kind of give us a little like route of points to go on once we go to the desert of like these are like the most likely points to search instead of it just being kind of a wild goose chase inside the desert.
Excellent.
How do I resize it? I'm trying to find the buttons.
Oh, you got to find a corner and then like drag the corner, but you have to be kind of zoomed in to see the corner. It's a huge pain in the butt.
Oh, that's ass.
Did the dwarf say that the towns, the big cities, the major cities were on the coast? He did, didn't he?
Yes. Well, we have a bunch of questions you asked the dwarf. So the sage.
Are they single? It's a male dwarf, right?
It is a male dwarf.
Thank God. Oh.
No one asked him if he was single or how hot he was. So,
to make sure.
know.
Good. Well done, guys.
We would have had to cut that out. All right.
All right. So you come back the next day and talk with our dearly beloved dwarven friend. We got a couple of questions. Now, there are some rules, there are mechanics based on what his skill is, how big his library is, how exacting your questions are, and how much time he's got to do it. If any of these things are rushed, they need penalties. If you've got all the time in the world, they have no penalties. So, when you asked about, we start maybe a little out of order here, the monsters of the desert. This is something he has knowledge on. He's got quite a bit of knowledge.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you what he knows.
Give me a chance to fight those fucking like sand scorpions again.
Oh, those guys.
You remember them, Nick? The ones that we had to run from?
We don't want to fight those guys.
That's the only people I've ever like lost a battle to.
I'm going to make note of the desert monsters in the... I don't know if you guys read the group notes handout that I've been making, but there's quite a lot of information in here.
I don't take notes. I'm an idiot.
Well,
There's some
starting
good
with
notes in
the
there.
most interesting and rarest creatures in the desert. Because that's obviously where we start.
Absolutely.
what he's calling the Red Desert over there is home to fire giants.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Are fire giants like chaotic evil or?
That's good. That's actually a good question. I'm like, what
Desert
kind of-
giants, not fire giants. I'm sorry.
Desert
This
giants.
is a typo here. Yeah.
And what kind of
giant.
loot and stuff do fire giants give? That's kind of like fun to know, right?
They'll give good loot, man. That's a
Are they
hardcore
neutral?
monster.
Are they evil?
That's a
Are they
hardcore
good?
monster.
So a little bit about desert giants. They're about 17 feet tall. They're fairly rare. They do travel the deserts with herds of animals for food, mostly camels, but sometimes they'll have like other desert-capable creatures. They are not necessarily good or evil, but they tend to not really think highly of anyone else. Like, you know, they just don't care. If they come through your valley, they will graze their animals on your crops and on everything in the valley until they want to leave. And if that leaves you with absolutely no food, they just don't give a shit, right?
Just selfish, yeah.
Yeah. And they just
Just like me.
they're so much
They're
bigger.
giant first.
They're giant first, absolutely.
How-
They do wield spears that they pass down through the generations. There's not that many of them. They're a rare creature. What you got to say?
How smart are they?
Human intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Also,
so they
Go
could
ahead.
be
Wizards.
reasoned with.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially, but the dwarf will tell you that it's sort of like trying to reason with a dragon or having like a mouse reason with a person.
Or
Right?
reason
They
with a
see
dwarf.
themselves.
Because it kind of sounds like if we ran across them, Elijah says, thinking about this, if we came across them in the desert, I mean, and we're not, you know, taking up any space or taking away any resources for them, they have no reason to just immediately attack us, right?
The dwarf will
Anything,
bob
I
his head
could
in
help them out.
acknowledgement.
I can refill all of their water flasks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can make ourselves useful.
Also in the desert, as a rare creature, is an androsphinx. Body of a human man, head of a human man, body of a lion, wings like a griffin. These creatures are not the riddle sphinx. Those are gynosphinxes or gynosphinxes or something like that. These creatures are the most powerful of all the sphinxes, but they are standoffish and really have no interest in people. You may see it overhead if you go there, but you will probably never run into it. And if you do, it probably will not want anything to do with you. So safe. There are elementals, fire, earth, and wind elementals that have been seen out there. There is the monstrous creature known as a boodle, also known as a sand shark. They burrow under the ground through sand. They can leap out at great heights and land on you for tremendous damage. They have an incredible bite. Their hide is incredibly thick and hard and difficult to fight.
You
They
can
are
make armor out of them, if I
voracious
recall.
creatures.
You make shield out
Shield.
of out of their armor.
It's like a +1 shield, Nick.
It's +3, I think.
Oh shit.
How deep do they
Your
bury?
characters know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Would you
Well,
say?
yeah, I'm not
Picho?
searching.
How deep do they bury when they're underground? When they're moving underground?
It's a fantastic question. If you survive it, I would love to know.
Oh,
All right.
Also, in the a very rare category, are giant fire lizards. Some people call these false dragons, or perhaps an offshoot of dragons, or a primitive dragon of some kind. They have no wings. They do breathe fire. They're gargantuan in size, some 30 feet long, but they're not quite monsters. They're more oversized animals with an intelligence to match. They may be a threat if they are hungry, and considering the desert has a scarcity of food, beware. Those are
Yeah.
very, very rare things. There's
wait,
also
what was the name of that one? Sorry, I just gotta go write it down.
Giant fire lizards.
Poggers.
desert puddings are
Ooh.
out there. They're much like a deadly pudding or a black pudding. They have acid or some sort of corrosive material within them that destroys leather and steel within moments of touching.
How do you deal with them?
He shrugs.
Yeah.
There are large man scorpions who are
Oh
as
shit! They're the ones
horrifying
moods.
as you may expect. They have something like 6 legs, a long bony tail, flesh without skin, or it looks like it has no skin, just sinewy red muscle masses, and a bald, hairless head with little bones protruding from it.
I think these people can be reasoned with, though, and I'd be interested to go in this campaign. I'm pretty sure these aren't chaotic evil creatures, right, Neil?
The dwarf does not know.
Okay.
Are the man scorpions like animals, or are they more like men? I mean, do they have a society?
Did you hear my description?
I did.
Multiple legs, long bony tail, no skin, like muscles with bones sticking out of it.
Oh.
Would you treat with such a creature?
Of course not. But I'm wondering if they themselves have society, or if they are just mindless monsters.
He shakes his head. Typical elf. Trying to make peace with everything, including the things that are about to eat you. Elves would stand up and say, no, let us listen to this monster who wishes to conquer our lands. Perhaps their desires are reasonable and just. Let us just not solve every problem with questioning. That's how your people became close to eradicated. You listen too much, you don't take enough action. Sorry, you're a paying customer. I shouldn't be so rash, but you can't just negotiate with everything you see.
It's very rude, you know. As an elf,
quite harsh.
I'm curious about the world, and unlike you, just bury myself in a mountain and
I'm
don't ask any
upset enough to
questions.
expect a discount.
Yeah, can I
You've already
speak to
paid,
your
no
manager?
No refunds, no substitutions, no returns.
We'll be putting in a negative review to Martha and Malchus.
I'll be talking to Sayor.
There are some bandits on the edges of the deserts, but I can't imagine any live deep within. Let's see. Large scorpions, giant scorpions, other minor elementals like salamanders. They're called salamanders, but they're more like snake men creatures. Let's see. Desert crocodiles. Just regular giant lizards that don't breathe fire. The basilisks. You might come across some people turned to stone out there, and occasionally giants turn to stone. There are some basilisks. The scorpions.
I hope we find
the camels.
basilisks, because it's my only chance to use gaze reflection.
Oh, you have it.
I do have it.
Oh, sick.
Those are the things you might find out there.
Okay.
Thank you
And
very
what about
much.
the cities? Do you have any info on that?
Yes. Now he's gonna spout some city lore.
Nice. We're actually like the only people in the fucking world who can go into this desert.
Yeah, that's why I think this is a good idea.
Agreed.
Once upon a time, long, long ago, there were 4 great cities in Ferodia. One of them still stands to this day. Today we call it Justar's Bay. But once upon a time, long, long ago, its name was Justinia, or in the Elven tongue, Trellis.
Trellis. Wait, did he say Krellis?
Trellis?
Krellis. Okay.
With a TT. That's the northeastern quadrant of Ferodia. In the northwestern quadrant, there was a city called the City of Lights, or in the Elven name, Daloftiv. Daloftiv? My Elven's not great. In the
Which quadrant was that?
southwest-
Which was that? Northwest.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the southwest, there was a city named Boltar, or in the Elven, Ilmushar. And in the southeast, there was a city called the Fortress of Fire, or in the Elven name, Isepharos.
Can you repeat the Elven name for the City of Lights?
Deloftiv. DEL''LOTH''DIV. Ilmus,
Illustrative.
ILIMUS''SHAR, and Isefros, ISEFFROES.
Last one. Do that
Hello.
last one again, Neil. Do the last one again.
ROES. Isefros.
Okay, cool.
Huge.
Over the time, the lands have shifted. There were many earthquakes. When the skies erupted and the seas invaded the lands, much was lost. Great deals of farmland were polluted. A great famine swept the area. Unthinkable numbers perished. Once upon a time, there were many races scattered across all of Ferodia, but now you just see those that you find today. The earliest records I have of Ferodia date from 2,500 years ago. They make references to earlier works, though. There's no reference to Ferodia ever being settled or being wild and then people being brought here. It's quite likely that people have been on Ferodia for long before records were kept, possibly for all time. But such knowledge has long been lost. The earliest records indicate that there used to be 4 great mountains topped with glaciers, and the 4 great rivers passed between these 4 mountains, quadrisecting the continent. Much like the northeast area looks today, like Justar's Bay, there's a great series of mountains and then a river that cuts between the mountains and the mountains to the south. Much like that. That's
Wait,
my
but hang on.
interpretation of the texts.
That's not Justar's Bay, though, right? Justar's Bay isn't on a river.
Well, Justar's Bay is on a river.
Is it?
You gotta
Oh,
zoom
a
in to
small,
see
not
it.
one of the major rivers, though.
No.
Yeah.
But the major rivers bisected, quadrisected everything, and there used to be great mountains in the centers of each section, sort of like how Justar's Bay is.
I see. Okay.
The rest of the land was a mix of grasslands and light woods. My records do not mention any major deserts, or vast open wastelands, or crowded mountains of any kind, letting us know that the shape of the world today is very different than it once was. If I can get to the right level of zoom to show us. There we go.
Neat.
Each major city was at the end of a river that flowed year-round. A particular line of interest, it says that there was farmland for as far as the eyes could see. But by the time of these records that I'm referencing to, the northwestern and southeastern cities, the City of Lights and Boltar, had been abandoned as the seas receded, had receded. Sorry, southeast. The City of Lights and the Fortress of Fire had been abandoned because the seas had receded away, leaving the cities landlocked and less viable.
Okay. Any idea
That is
when
the-
that was?
There was a time where the skies erupted and the seas invaded the lands 1,500 years ago, at the end of the last age and the dawn of this age. But my records before that indicate not a sudden event, just the seas receded. There's no mention of a tumultuous action, just that the seas receded. I'm not sure if that means there was some sudden event that we have forgotten, or if simply because of earthquakes and shifting things, the seas slowly moved further away. We forget, especially you short-lived creatures, forget that everything is in flux. The ground beneath you is not permanent. The ground beneath you moves. It rises, it falls, it caves in. It's alive. It's constantly in flux, constantly in change. Things may take 100 or 1,000 years to move, but they do move.
For you.
Yeah. Is there any maps from before this that
shakes his head.
shows the placements of
No.
the rivers?
No. Unfortunately, I have not come across any such maps.
Okay.
Right. That's what I've been able to learn.
There is one thing that's always confused me about living here. Why is it that the rivers flow the direction they do? Wouldn't it make more sense for them to flow the opposite direction? It's almost as if there's a...
You see, water flows downhill.
Does enough rainfall happen to sustain these rivers?
Not that I can imagine. You must have come along one of these rivers. There's 4 of them. That much water flowing must arrive from somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. So Fiscat Lake is the source of its water from beneath the...
There are
beneath the
plenty
earth?
of springs, natural springs in the world. Hot springs are some of them, cold are others. Sometimes rivers just appear out of mountains. It bubbles up from the ground itself. Perhaps Fiscat Lake is the greatest spring in all the world.
Perhaps. What of the ley lines?
We all know the old story that the floating fortress was left in Ferodia because of the natural convergence of ley lines that were already in existence here. Now, I don't know about all that. The Earth is constantly moving and constantly in flux, as I try to tell everyone. If ley lines are real, and I don't think so, they must change over time. Like the Earth changes, like the skies shift, even the gods roam around the world. Sometimes the gods come down. Nothing in the world is truly static for all time. Even dragons age.
What about the
Ley
gods?
lines exist.
Are the ley lines not of the gods? And would you say they change?
Well, the world is of the gods. Everything is of the gods. That's...
Nothing is constant ever. Nothing holds constant or true.
Can you think of anything that is constant for all time?
Well, no, but I'm not the sage.
My wife's bitch voice, am I right? He extends his hand for a high five with Cedric.
High five.
Nice.
So
The
just like
Committee of
mountains and
Dwarfs.
rivers change their shape, so must the ley lines, if they are a real thing. I recently purchased a scroll from Justar's Bay on the morphology of Fire Island, up in the northeast, far beyond the edges of the continent itself. There's an island. Within this scroll, and he like pats a scroll that he's got tied up next to him. It claims that Fire Island.
Can we get Fire Island marked on the map?
Yeah, it's right here.
Which one?
Ooh, the
Northwest,
volcano.
northeast.
This one. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. A recent scroll I purchased from Justar's Bay on the morphology of Fire Island claimed that a ley line ran from that island all the way to Artos, based on 4 different readings. One in Artos, one in Gen, one in Fire Island, and one in Stonewell.
All right, put the thing up.
Where is Artos?
It's down here.
Like, explain what you mean about the readings there, Neil. That they've read them. Are they all towns that are along the line?
I can only tell you what the scroll says. The scroll says, based on 4 readings, there is a ley line that runs from Artos to Fire Island.
And it went through. Did it
Yeah.
go through Gen? Did you say?
Artos, Gen, Stonewell, and Fire Island. Stonewell is, yes, you found it.
Can you
Okay,
put the
so-
symbol up?
Go like that.
None of that, mate. That doesn't fit with the symbol, does it?
Doesn't seem to.
And they know for a fact that this is a straight ley line. How can you know it's a straight ley line if you only
The
measure
dwarf
it?
looks at you and nods his head. Uh-huh. This is what I'm telling you.
Well,
These
center it on
ley
here.
lines.
I'm just curious.
These ley line nonsense.
Sorry, I just meant like one of the points on there.
Oh, okay.
It says like it comes off. So yeah, like one of the points there. And then I want to
manipulating
see
this
if
thing
anything
is
comes through here. Yeah.
very
so it's,
difficult.
It's a nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the best technology we have available at this time.
You want it like this?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to make it bigger. That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, I can drop you this image and you can all adjust it and play with it on your own.
I can't, that's my favorite thing to do. I can't grab the edge.
Hey.
I'm like trying to make it bigger.
Oh, yeah.
It never gives me the you're extending.
Me too, man.
It does feel like we could make some things line up here.
Right? Because I feel like if we got like if we took, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking draw.
Can you draw in one more time where that straight ley line would run that we said?
It was
Kind of like this.
Like so.
If you added a little bit of curvature to it, right? Like if you were like you could maybe make it fit.
Hmm.
And then I wonder if... And we don't know if this is a straight line, right? Odds
No.
is...
Fire Island is said to be a
Yeah.
convergence point of 3 different ley lines. However, I believe ley lines are a wizard's solution to a geological process. Much like lightning is a natural process, not a magical one, but wizards, they meddle and they bring about lightning in magical ways. I think this ley line stuff is nonsense. That's just my one dwarf's opinion.
Well, we plan to do some research on it, so if we discover anything, we'll try to get a message to you. And if we confirm your theory that it's bullshit, we're more than happy to let you know.
So if it's supposed to be 3, the only place I think that this thing maps out to do 3 would be at any of the points or here.
Yeah.
But even then, this might be 4, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3.
No, it's 3. Yeah, well, presumably it would have to be this point. Yeah.
Presumably, yeah. And then you would think another point or minimum this part would line up here.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But if that's the case, then the points don't line up with the cities, and therefore it doesn't inform us where the city and the desert would be.
Neil, can you make this bigger? Please,
Yes.
I can't find the corners.
that?
Oh, you're so good at making it bigger. Thank you.
Well, I got married at 28.
All right, we're rotating.
I've got another theory after we're done with this.
I will say, I mean, the fact that...
This is starting to look like something. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
But there's no cross with Just Us Bay.
The fact that we can draw a straight line from... down here south. What is the...
Artos.
I think it needs to be even bigger. Because if it would... Oh, no. Or maybe it needs to be like warped. I don't know. Maybe it's warped over time. There's something
Can we... I've got another plan, right? If we're trying to find the city in the desert, right, can you... I don't know, move that slightly to the left, Jamie?
Yeah, there you
Just
go.
so it's not... You see how he mentioned the mountains and the river leading to Just Stars Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see how... Oh, I need to make this thicker. You see how the mountains are like curved like that and like that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yeah.
river runs between them. Look at the mountains in the desert area. Some of them are curved inwards and some of them are curved outwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wonder if the river ran like through here.
There is like a little lake here too, and like a little peninsula bay.
So maybe it's on this line around here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just a
I
thought.
think probably the best thing to do is when we get over there to go to like one of these little villages. Maybe even going back to Odds on our way would be a good spot. Because Odds has so much info too, right?
It has a library.
Like they got a whole fucking library.
We did mark this.
We marked
circle
that
for
over
a
there.
reason. I don't remember
Yeah.
why.
How do I remove stuff that I've drawn, man?
Select it and then just hit
Control A, delete, and I'll bring your character back in.
This circle was to do with the symbol. You look, it's like opposite Just Stars Bay.
Oh yeah, we were like trying to estimate it.
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to the desert, should we go back to Aknara? Do we feel like we're strong enough to kill the orcs and stuff?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think
Depends on
so
how many
yet.
orcs.
Yeah.
I think we go Odds, we get a boat, and we go over here.
If we were level 5, I'd feel a little bit more confident.
Yeah, if our
'Cause
wizards are 5, yeah.
We might have fireball and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, once you guys hit level 5, we're going to be able to do a lot more PvPing.
But if we go to the desert, we're going to be in the desert for months, presumably. So, like, either we go now or we hold our
Well,
peace
don't
for a
forget,
while.
Krellis is also close to his plans. Like, we have to fucking stop him by summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do everything. This feels like a good lineup, though. Look at something there.
Sort of, yeah, maybe.
It's just, this thing is so hard to manipulate.
Yeah. We don't know that this symbol represents the ley lines either.
We don't. This is just the current theory. I do think there's like value here. What we would need to do, this would be like a big job, is to like find someone who's done ley line surveys.
Mm-hmm.
And most likely that's going to be Hunter's Bay, where Krellis's bullshit is, right? Because he's been doing that for years.
The dwarf will tell you. Krellis's people came to me years ago. They asked extensive questions about ley lines, which I have no knowledge of. As you know, I'm not a fan of the theory. But I believe Krellis and his minions have been conducting such surveys. If there is one to be found, it's within his possession.
Neil, I feel like... So we have a bunch of points and we have information about straight lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there is a geometry thing I could do here to get some information, but the problem is that I, as the player, can't think of it. But Elijah does have his mathematics proficiency. If I rolled a check and I rolled well, maybe... Because you have some knowledge of what might be going on. Maybe there's nothing I can do here, right?
I think I get what you're putting down.
Yeah.
You want to see if there's a mathematical model that could be developed to explain all of this stuff.
Yeah, it's just some idea, some concept, some some model that would explain what's going on, or that Elijah could have, an idea that could allow me to I basically want Elijah to have the idea for me.
I love this idea.
Yeah.
Now, before we just start rolling mathematical model checks, you're going to need at least some amount of data sets to draw information from. You've got a line between Fire Island and Artos, and you've been told that there is a ley line, multiple ley lines, or something like that go through Just Stars Bay, but you don't know what their directions or angles are.
Yeah.
I think if Elijah gets a little bit more data, he can start to formulate some concepts.
Gotcha.
And then, the more data you get, the further we can refine those down. Yeah. But this is a fantastic idea.
Gotcha.
And it does kind of segue into something I wanted to talk about nicely. We talked about personal quests last week.
Yes.
There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of quests that I've written for all of you. I'm not announcing them to you. If you do a quest that is in your character that hasn't been announced yet, you still get credit for it. And you will still get that stuff. Just so, just so you know. As a side note.
That's really good to know, yeah.
Not that using mathematics is one of your quests. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Cool.
Gotcha. Nice.
Well, Elijah also knows that there's a convergence of ley lines in Ots, and that there's one that runs through Aknara.
Yeah. No, I've been. We have like points that we know where intersections could be, but just like there's I think because I do agree with Neil. So from my, I guess, extremely old college level mathematics knowledge, it feels to me like we need more information on either the shape of the whole thing or more information of angles. I think one line and a couple of points is probably not enough to construct something out of.
Yeah.
What I also need from Neil is I need you to like send me this map, a clean version of this map, and I'm gonna start playing around with it. If you have like a PDF or whatever, or a PNG rather, like if you have
He's got a PDF in Office right now. Am I right, guys?
The world's ruled by pedophiles.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, totally.
All right, well,
Let
it sounds
me
like we don't have
send you
enough on
these
this. While he sends it to you, I guess or after he sends it to you, we can go on to the next stuff.
Perfect.
The next stuff is what?
Whatever the dwarf's got to tell us.
Oh,
These are all the questions that you have asked.
the dwarf's done. Yeah. So
Alright, dwarf's
we
done.
need to decide what we're doing. If we go to commit to the desert now, we're probably gonna miss the fucking ship in Justar's Bay.
True.
Right?
True.
What's the ship bringing again?
It's Krallis is getting Krallis is getting close to succeeding in his plans, and the ship brings supplies that will help him succeed in his plans. So if we want to buy time to try to figure out where the fortress is for ourselves to defeat Krallis, we need to interrupt his shipment of supplies.
But his plan is just to get the key, right? He doesn't know where it is yet. He just
but
wants the key
he's-
to get in.
But he's on Aknara right now, so
So I think what we should do is we should go check Aknara, see what the fuck's going on there. If it's really bad, we kill some orcs. If it's not, and they haven't discovered everything, so if they've discovered everything, then we have to stop Krallis. Trimple ass.
how are we gonna work that out without getting into a fight?
I mean, people can land on Aknara, right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure that we can.
Why?
We could
I mean,
send someone.
He's watching us, right?
We could just
I don't
send
know
someone,
if-
and he looks at what is the name of the NPC we picked up last time?
John?
He looks at
Lorenza, John,
yeah.
either of those.
Elijah's like, well, we don't have to go to the island, and he just kind of looks at John.
Yeah, we could send John. John can give us the scope. John can go see if there's still a false wall.
That's
If
a
the
good
false
idea. We
wall's
could
still
send
there-
John. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it's
like,
kind of a
it's a
dangerous,
dangerous
mission. And he doesn't know
mission.
where he's
Yeah.
going. I mean, listen.
Which is
John's
why I
up for
wouldn't
it.
suggest such a thing. I'm just saying we don't have to go ourselves. And he looks at John again.
I get the distinct feeling my party's trying to get John killed.
I have two thoughts, right? If we feel like we need to go and defend Aknara, I can be on board with that, and maybe kicking Krallis off Aknara would do as much to slow him down as destroying his supply ship would. So that might be an alternative. We clear Aknara and then we go to the desert. Alternatively,
I don't know if I agree with that, but I see your logic.
the other thing is there was the desert as an option, but I think the other option was if you go to the bottom right, there was this potential ruined tower that was down here that might be one of the towers. This would be closer to where we might need to be to hire a ship to intercept Krallis's supply ship. So yes, the desert might be the better option, but the ruins of the tower could be a second option that leaves us better positioned to deal with the supply ship as well.
Zephyr, if I may,
You may.
here's how I kind of view it. It comes down to a simple question we must ask ourselves. Are we, at this moment in time, capable of stopping Krallis by engaging him in a fight or not?
Nope.
No.
Because if we're not, then what Cedric said, because what Cedric said is true. If he has figured it out, we have to stop him. But if we think we can't, then there is no point to that anyway. We've lost already, right? It's over. Might as well go home. And if we,
I don't believe that we should go home. If
well,
plenty of times in history people have fought it without hope, it is better to fight, in my opinion, than to just give up.
even if we know that we can't win?
Nothing can be known with such certainty.
How certain are you that we can do it?
I believe we can do it.
Then we should just go there. And there is no reason not to go.
Well, that is my opinion. Yeah, that's exactly what I think we should do. But I would also like to gather more information. I believe we don't
You
have.
think we should go to Just Stars Bay?
No, we should go to odds and talk
Well,
to the
If
person
I was
who-
able to like convince you guys, I would say we go straight up and kill Krellis. I think we could do it, but I don't know enough to know if we could do it. Does that make sense?
I don't think we can do it. He's too powerful.
Is this conversation being had in front of the sage?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Why
think
not?
So.
I didn't hear anyone say they walked out.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we should go to odds and talk to the Farsight lady who can see like the divination lady.
Yeah.
Talk to her, see what she's got, and then we can make our final decision. I think it's prudent to either go to the ruins or to go to the desert. I kind of want to stay away from Eknara because once we start fighting them, it's opening a can of worms that we probably don't want opened.
Just to remind us of one of the things that we thought about last week was we believe the divining lady would be able to work out the name of the ship and the location of the ship that Krellis had used to order his supplies, but she's not going to be able to do that until the supplies are ordered. So in a way, and then that's a couple of months away, like we kind of want to be in odds in a couple of months.
True.
Not right now, because
Nick-
we want to be there after he orders the supplies, and then we can work out the name of the ship and where it is.
Well, then if we have months, we should go to the desert and then come back.
Nick, can you make a
but
quick
that's not enough.
Can you make a quick int check?
Yes.
True.
Natural one.
Jesus.
Unlucky.
Would Zephyr? Yeah, Zephyr make an int check?
Can I roll it with it? Can I roll it with advantage? Teacher.
What is he doing to us?
He has become the DM. For rolls of 17.
Cedric?
In check. Let's go.
We're getting in.
Yes.
26.
Big
All
brain.
right, Cedric, remind the party that Elijah sent a letter to his wife, and that we can get the response to that in odds and get more information about the situation in Just Stars Bay.
Don't forget, guys, Elijah sent a letter to his wife, so we need to go to odds anyways to get that letter to get the info for Just Stars Bay.
Oh, that's a really good
Right.
point.
That's a good. I had forgotten about that. I mean, she probably hasn't replied. I think, but
Of course, she's replied to you.
right. Yeah. We should.
Well, what-
That's a good. I don't think it's that important, but it's something to consider.
What if we
Listen.
continued on to from Dayrun to Terrador to Agara to Lutz to Adler back to odds? Like, it's kind of a 1 month adventure in and out.
What are we doing in all these places?
Well, Terrador has like its own like dwarven ancient libraries and stuff. Agara could get us to Lutz. Lutz can get us to Adler. We can learn more, and we can get back to odds.
So we learned that Terrador was kind of new. It's not as old as we expected when we first came over here. Oh, my fucking camera's off. Hold on. I don't know how long it's been like that. Probably for a minute.
It's good for us to learn things. I'll be real
I
with
just don't
you.
think we're
Do we
learning
have-
anything good over there.
Time?
Well, do we have? I don't think we have time to go to the desert. That's what the other plan is.
Neil,
Well,
can
I
you tell
don't-
us how many months it is until the shipment is ordered?
It's May
Do you
right
remember?
now, so May, June,
Today
July.
is, we just moved into June. Today is the 2nd of June. It was the end of May when we last talked.
If time
Summer starts on the 1st of July in this calendar.
if time is of the essence, I'm not saying
So
we
it's
should go to
only
the desert,
1
but we
month.
can go straight to odds, right?
It's 1 month then. Maybe we just go straight back to odds. Actually, we can hang out in odds for a couple of weeks. I think that's fine.
Yeah,
Wait for him to do his shipments.
for a couple weeks. Then we research the other places because there's a big library there.
There was also one thing. Maybe this got retconned, but didn't Nicholas Babinolo's father mention a dwarven ruin with a door that couldn't be unlocked?
Oh, that does
I
sound
don't
familiar.
remember, but I think so. And also, Babinol said that back at home he has books that he needs to research with because
Yeah.
he can learn identify.
Well, I think
We
what
should
it
go back
what
to odds.
if we can confirm that story about the door, what if we wait here long enough for Bazinga to learn knock, and then we go back to Tashir, we find this door, we open that, and then we go back to odds. That sounds like about a month. That might get us something worth doing.
Something worth doing?
Can you confirm this
Sure,
about the
I don't
dwarven
mind
door,
that.
Neil?
There was a story. The goblins and bugbears that you cleared out were existing in an old dwarven ruin that had been abandoned.
Yes, but there was talk of a door that couldn't be opened. No.
Does anyone else in the party recall anything of this, or
I
Riven
don't
just sort
remember
of
this,
I don't remember this.
but that's not.
Kind of familiar, but I'm not sure.
There's like 1,000 little voices in my head that may have mentioned it to me in my dreams over the last week.
It was revealed to you in a dream.
Schizo.
Okay, so but if we're talking about having a month to kill anyway,
Yeah.
then the last thing to talk about is within that month I don't have as much skin in this game as you guys, because obviously I'm committed to the wardens, as a whole, and to my people, but I would be lying if I said I have a lot left in Ignara that I care about, because everyone from Ignara I care about is here in this room right now.
Yeah.
But if you guys have a lot of stuff that you care about, then a month is probably a good amount of time to start some sort of scouting mission there, right? At least kind of so we know what's going on. I feel like that's...
I don't know, man. It took us well longer than a month to get to odds from Aknara, didn't it?
Well, you spent like 3 months living in Valencia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wintered.
That is true.
Yeah.
I
So,
think a
as
good
a-
last thing. I think a good order of operations would be go to odds, find out the name of the shipment, fuck with his boat, and then head down to these ruins down here, because this is the middle of nowhere, and you might not be able to find us down here. And we might be able to lay low for like 6 months while we explore these islands down here. I just think that's a good order of operations. Go to odds, find the name of the boat with the diviner, head to Lutz on the river. Then hire a boat, intercept, do a bit of piracy, destroy his ship, and then sail down the south along the coast to the ruins and lay low there for a while.
And just in the meantime, we just don't care about what's happening in Ignara, or...
I mean, personally, I feel like until we're level 5, we won't be able to fight them. Maybe we can, though. I mean, I could be convinced that maybe we should go back to Aknara and just try and fuck them
I
up.
just want to do something. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Okay. It's Zephyr. It is, as always, up to you.
It's your call.
Okay.
Moon your camera.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on.
As
tough one.
overseer,
Yeah.
I have thought about the options that you have laid at my feet. And I do believe it makes sense for us to go back to odds. But I also feel that there's more for us on these sides of the mountains. But I think the right move is to move back to odds. Now that we have a ton of new information, we can dig into the library again. And there were also unsettled businesses in odds. And then we're in a good position to potentially head to Adler, try to go to Lutz, and we may even be able to find out if we might not be able to get a boat or sailors to go with us to do this. But I think this is the right thing. Krellis is an existential threat for the world. He's a representative of the Varasi Empire. Untold deaths and destruction will happen if the floating fortress falls into his hands. And so I think it needs to be our primary objective to disrupt him. Whether or not we believe it's possible, it's the right thing to do. So I vote for odds. And are we still in the dwarf? We're talking.
Yeah.
Yep.
I stand up, and I'm like fired up, and I reach to take my sword, and I remember that the dwarf has it, because I gave it to him
In the
every
bush
time.
outside. Oh no, yeah. Everyone else's stuff is in the bush, but he'll give you your sword back.
And I raised it above my head and I said, I say, we go take the fight to this prick Krellis. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Always.
Soy. Soy.
Wait, we do the warden handshake, right?
What was it? Wasn't
do
it
the
like
warden
the
handshake.
surf's up thing?
Yep.
Nice. All right, party. We have a direction. We're going to go right back to odds first, right? That's the first stop on the way.
Yep.
Come on, all this way to talk to Dwarf. Yep.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
That was the goal. That was to find more knowledge. You found knowledge.
We did.
So let's
What is
head back
John?
to
Chopped
odds.
liver? Like,
True. We did recruit John.
And the great thing about John is he's a fighter, and I have an ability now that lets me make people make attacks.
Yeah, and if I level up and I learn strength, that would be really good on John. I wonder if while we're in Dayron, we should try and buy some armor for John.
Might be a good
Well, I don't
idea.
think
anyone
we don't
have
have we don't have
money?
armor money.
No, we could maybe buy some leather armor or some chainmail. He's got 10 AC at the moment. Anything would be an improvement.
I
That's
have
true.
155 gold.
Yeah, I've only got 23, but
Well, I mean,
How
we
much-
have a little bit of time. We could make a little bit of money here, and then we could do a job for an armor smith or something. Get a cheap set
I
of
think
armor.
it's even if we just kill time so that we can buy some armor and Berenza can research perhaps some spells that he doesn't have access to in odds.
Would
Elijah
odds
claims
be-
to
would we
have
be able to
20
get
gold.
basic armor in odds, like leather.
Let's take a look. Odds. What do they have in odds? They have leather workers. So yeah, you can definitely get leather armor in odds if you want.
Odds we go.
Could we buy chainmail in Dayron?
Dayrun is one of the places that does make armor. You can get chainmail here,
How much?
How much would
chain-
chainmail
heavy
cost?
shields here.
Like a chain
You
shirt?
can walk around town and
Can we go to the
ask.
local blacksmith as a blacksmith?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point. You could
a-
work here for a week while Berenza does some research and maybe earn some armor.
It's 30 gold for just the chest part of chainmail, and it's 80 gold for the full chainmail suit.
I think that's 30 gold well spent.
What level
personally.
is he?
He's level 1.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You'll
How
never
much
get to
does
level
the
2.
full chain give?
5, and just the chest gives 3.
That's a 15%.
Chest is more is the economic.
So
Yeah.
I have a breastplate and leather limbs. How much? What AC does leather or chain limbs give?
2. The 1
And
AC
leather
upgrade.
gives 1.
Yeah.
All right, I'll spend the 80 gold, but I'm giving him
Mm-hmm.
my leather limbs.
Okay.
I'm taking it off the character sheet.
Done.
So what, he's got
Can
leather
I-
limbs and no chest.
No, he's got the
No,
chain
he's got the
chest and leather
chest.
limbs.
Yeah.
Oh, we buying the
Can I
chain
get
chest as
a-
well? Okay.
Yeah. Can I get a discount or anything if I offer to work there for a week with my
No.
18 blacksmithing?
Nope.
Okay, can I
They
work there
don't
for a
want
week?
your efforts. They just want your money.
Okay, motherfucker.
Okay, so this guy's
80
got
gold's off the sheet.
it was 8 sorry to be pedantic. It was 80 gold just for the chain limbs, right?
No, for the whole suit.
For a whole suit.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So he's going to go to 14 AC. That's pretty good.
That's a much
I'm
bigger.
going chain limbs. How much does it weigh, Koibu? Leather weight 6 apparently.
35. No, I'm sorry. 25.
All right.
Leather limbs
I'm
only weighing
at-
6 is so huge.
So you're up to 19 AC now, mate. Nice. That's pretty good.
True clerics.
Okay, well, that night, Neil, after we spend the day with Saltpeter, when Berenza meets us back at the inn, I ask him if it's worth us spending some time in Dayron to do spell research, or if he's... Well, the plan's to head back to Odds, so, you know, do we want to stay here for a bit, or might as well we just return to Odds?
He's going to tell you that in order to do this spell research, he's going to need a couple of weeks, and he's going to need a couple hundred gold, a few hundred gold, which, you know, he can, if we go back to Odds, you know, he'll be able to reimburse you for some of that. He'll want you to probably pay for some of it too. But that's not going to be a guaranteed success. You could try and fail, and all the money could go away.
Well, you've got spells back at Odds you could learn.
He does, but he doesn't have any second level spells, only first. and only a few of them.
I mean, we haven't got a couple of hundred gold to give him, so.
I don't got the money, man.
Easy peasy. To odds we go. We can find Berenza. We can find John, give him all this gear, prep some more rations and supplies, get ready to head out the next day. I think I had you guys pay a little bit of money for your night and day run, but we've spent another day here, so 5 times 6 is 3 gold, please, for your next set of time here in day run.
Let me
and
shell
also,
that out, because I don't want to carry.
I got it in silver. I want to get rid of silver.
Okay.
and also, do we have enough rations? It's going to be maybe 3 days to odds. Does everyone have 3 days of rations on them?
I was lazy about tracking rations.
No,
I
are
have
we not?
2 days of rations on me.
Do we not have monthly expenses?
I have 5 on me.
We're not doing monthly expenses. No, I don't have any rations. I used them all.
I have 5 rations.
I think
on
you
me.
used all your rations to get Tashir, and then from Tashir to day run was only a day.
How much for 3 days of rations? Times
every
5 people or 6, I guess.
Yeah,
It's 2 silver for regular, 6 for dried, or something, right?
that's right. And you can do standard. So 2 times, what did we say, 3 days times 6 people.
I'll buy my own
36
rations.
silver.
I'll buy my own rations, 6 silver. How much do they weigh, Neil, each?
3 pounds.
Nice.
Dried weigh 1?
So I'll spend 30 silver of rations for everybody else's?
Right.
Perfect.
Okay.
Moot, can you carry my rations for me, please?
No.
Really? It makes me
He's wearing chain limbs now. He doesn't have the space.
What are you?
It sends me from base to medium encumbrance.
Well, I'm about to. Let me see how much I'm at. Because
Do the
you
weight
have a
one more
bedroll on your
time?
character
Neil,
sheet or
I
anything, or-
asked John to carry my rations for me, Neil.
Of course.
Thank you, John.
I asked
Also-
John to carry mine as well.
While I'm talking to John, I suggest to him that if we get into any
He's
battles,
moderately encumbered now. He can't carry both of your rations. I'm so sorry.
I
Elijah
can
can carry
carry
his own
someone's
rations.
How much do they weigh?
rations.
£9 for
2 pounds
3
each.
days. Oh,
Yeah.
£2 each.
No, sorry, 3 pounds each. 9 pounds for. Yes, you were right.
I can carry
each.
Elijah's rations. I got 6 rations on me.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, man.
John, if we get into any battles whilst you're still fresh, perhaps during the battle, focus on protecting Berenza.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable choice.
Yeah.
And I give John a nod, a knowing nod, when I glance at Berenza's spellbook.
Yeah. Okay. To Tashir.
Okay, I'm just double checking all my notes. They all look great. Everyone, no one is greater than light encumbrance, I believe.
Nope.
Correct.
I'm like,
Yes.
I'm doing
Perfect.
great.
Fancy pantsy. Our party sets out on June 3rd, a Wednesday. Leave for odds. MrMouton, hit me up with a D100.
53.
Nice. The
middle of the
valley,
road.
the journey from day run towards the mountains near Tashir goes smoothly. It's just a nice, slow hike through the mountain valleys. The snow is beginning to melt in some places. In others, it's still quite snowy. It's quiet. You see some tracks of animals, lots of them crossing over rivers here and there.
Is this an old volcano?
It is. Well, it's marked on your map as a volcano-looking thing. Yeah, totally. 100%. Why, you're looking at volcanoes on the map?
A little bit.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
It'll be the first time
Close to
they were
one another.
important.
Yeah, because I was interested in the fireplace. And I would think the fire, whatever it is going to be near a volcano, so.
Interesting. Anyway, we set out through the mountains. Going uphill is much slower than going downhill, so we don't even make it to Tashir before the day is over. We set up camp, we hunker down, we move on the next day. Nick, roll me a D100.
We need XP. Roll low.
Okay, no worries. I'm going to get a 12. Oh,
It's pretty
Oh.
good.
You head up into the mountains, and this is where I make the secret DM rolls. Yes. Zephyr Shepherd.
Yes, sir.
Will you roll me a d10?
Listen, I'm never surprised, okay?
You are definitely not surprised. You don't come across any monsters, any goblins, any bugbears, but you do end up retracing your steps the same way that you came through those mountains. You're going back over them. The places where you had left bugbear bodies, the bodies are no more. But there is clear sign in the area of semi-recent goblin activity. One of those passes that you walked through, there's like littered refuse around and a bunch of like turds left on rocks. Not like mountain lions leaving turds on rocks to mark their territory. No, this is that sort of like distinctive goblin turd scent. You might be asking, and rightfully so, Koibu, how do I know what goblin poop smells like? Well, you've killed a lot of goblins in your life, and when you die, all the muscles in your body relax, and so people frequently just shit themselves. You know exactly what goblin poop is like, because when you mass slaughtered those goblins, who definitely deserved it, you were inundated with the stench of their bodies and the stench of their feces, and same with the bugbears. You're quite familiar with the distinctive, fetid, rotting smell of goblin feces.
Cedric
I know that's
licks his lips. No,
Was that a joke or a
goblins
statement
are
of
nearby.
fact?
Both.
Okay. Well, if they're stupid enough to want more, we'll give it to them.
Absolutely. Plus, I think we owe it to the town of Tashir to make sure that we kill as many goblins as we can find. And I turn to John and I say, and the rookies could use some practice.
He bobs his head in understanding.
Quick question about XP. If I just stood on the sideline and didn't do anything for an entire battle, would they just get XP? Would I not get a cut? Or is me being there just as like an in case enough not to give them full amounts?
This gets into that weird, edgy questions. It's a great question to have. I think it's really going to come down to how everything unfolds.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you are in a position to do good and to help out, but like the battle just conveniently doesn't come towards you, but you were putting your life on the line, you would definitely get some amount of XP.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to hang back and not be in the fight and try to avoid all the danger and the danger never gets towards you, then like no experience.
Cool.
I have
Where
a kind
I
of
think
an
the
opinion on this. Is like, you know, when you get into a ring and you're like doing a sparring match or whatever, that's different to getting into the ring and it's like a real fighting match. But it's
100%.
also different to getting into a fight on the street. You know what I mean? And so like I feel like if you're a fighter and you've got a guy behind you who you know will jump in to save you, I feel like that changes the dynamic.
Agreed.
That's what I was gonna say as well. Like, because the risk is lower, right? Like say we've come up against one goblin and we let John fight him. He's not under any risk of dying really, because we can always step in to save him. So does that affect his XP or not? Even if he beats the goblin on his own without any help.
What if John believes that we wouldn't save him?
Yeah.
I think if he believes we wouldn't save him, then it matters. And it also matters
'cause
whether
he's
or not we
fighting to
would
death.
save him, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, question. I think case by case. We do XP so infrequently we can
100%. I was just curious.
work it out. Yeah.
I think it was a really cool question.
It's a fantastic question. The thief who simply climbs every wall he sees, hoping to gain the experience award, does not meet the standard for getting XP, is what the rulebook specifically calls out. Second, there must be significant danger. No character should get experience for using his powers on a helpless victim. A fighter does not gain experience for clubbing a shackled orc. A mage does not gain experience for casting a house cleaning cantrip. A thief does not gain experience for opening the lock on a merchant's counting. Does gain experience for opening a lock on a merchant's counting house, since it might be trapped or magical alarms might be triggered. Third, the most overlooked rule. Experience points should not be awarded when a player is being abusive to others in the group or attempting to use his abilities at the expense of others. Players should cooperate to succeed.
So no
They were
briefing.
so woke back in the 80s. Okay. So we're in the mountains. We see goblin feces, and we say, let's go get the goblins. Let's go find them.
Absolutely.
If we see them. I don't know that we climb into the mountains looking for them. I mean, I
Well,
will
I
if
mean,
Zephyr wants to.
They've left poop around here. We can find them. No problem. They're not even trying to hide.
You're on the pass through the mountains. If you want to go find these goblins, you're going to have to go off the pass into the more difficult to access parts. You might have to scramble up and over things. You've always seen the goblins and bugbears in this area be extremely lightly armed and armored. They don't carry heavy packs or thick armor. They're free to climb with both their hands. Most of you are lightly encumbered. Some of you are not encumbered at all. You could
All right, let's
send some
compromise.
scouts out to climb around.
How about we scout the local area to see if there's more signs of them nearby?
Yeah.
And then we can kind of measure, we can have an intuition of how fresh their tracks are. Because I think it would be good for us to get into a scrap. Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Okay. You take an hour. You fan out. You split up the party and search for clues, looking for anything that might lead you in the direction of goblins. Some of you go down one direction, some of you go back the other way you came, because it's really just two directions and then the rugged areas. The group that goes backwards and searches doesn't find anything, and that group is comprised of half the party, 2 PCs and 1 henchman.
Well, no, John and Berenza are staying together.
True.
Okay.
Right.
Sure. That group doesn't find anything. The group that goes forward does find something. There has been a recently erected warning sign to any who might come through the mountains. There is the head of a human with a
Ooh,
ponytail.
don't like that.
Red ponytail bound with little bits of twine together. It's been roughly severed from the body, sitting atop a spear, well-made human spear, and wedged between a couple of rocks, so as to symbolize to anybody who might be coming up the mountain, there's danger ahead. This is ours. Stay away.
Which part are we? Are we here or are we here?
Second one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're coming through this section of the pass.
We
Nice.
recognize this head.
Probably
John?
not.
Does John? John might. You know who that is, John?
Nobody recognizes this head. You are on the far side of the pass, and it's pointing towards odds. So this must be an Oddsinian head.
Let's clear out these fucking guys. We need XP. This is good shit for John. They have loot. There's loot tables. I think it's worthwhile to clear them out, especially if they're killing humans who are coming through here.
Yeah. Plus, if we grab some goblins,
Also, we're
there might
about to
be
go and
rewards.
sit around for 2 months, so fuck it.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have no rush.
I do like the idea of hunting goblins for the people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Absolutely. Let me open up my handy dandy DM screen.
You
Like,
are in
honestly,
the
if we
presence
wanted-
of Goblin Slayer Elijah, so
Rather than us sitting around in odds, we could just be going around and killing goblins while Berenza and John sit in odds and research for the months.
Yeah, that's true. I
We become fucking
suggest
goblin slayers.
as an option, I could cast jump on someone and they could try and like leap around and try and see if they can see a path or see the goblins.
Also,
One
Cast
of
it
my
on me. I got rope. I can
one-
give us an
It's
easy
one of
way
my
up.
it's one of my 4 spells, so only if it's worth it. I think like if we can't see anything obviously, we could try that.
speaking of odds, it might actually be worth it to still go to odds, because maybe they have a reward out for killing goblins.
Sure. Could be.
Like, why do something free when you could get paid?
Yeah, we
Sure,
also
we can
have
find
that
stuff to do in
mine
odds.
that we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to do things that are going to get us XP because we really need these wizards to level up.
Well, if you want XP, goblins are not the way to go.
True.
They give very low amounts, and you need, like, what, tens of thousands to level?
How far are wizards?
Oh, did you update Elijah's XP by the way? I'm 3,400 away.
did we confirm that yours
I
and
did.
mine are the same and that they're correct?
There's a guy who sent Neil a spreadsheet, and I also sent Neil a spreadsheet. This fellow's tracked it. So
Yes.
I think that is
Your
the
XP
number
is
to use.
now. I have updated your XP, Elijah. It is now accurate.
Cool.
So you're in the 16,000s and you need like 20-something thousand to
20,000.
Yeah, so you need like 3 to 4,000 XP. Goblins on a good day give you 100 apiece. So
Hobgoblins as well, though. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. But if you're looking for XP, you could spend 10 sessions fighting goblins in these mountains and maybe level, or maybe not. That said, if you want to clear out goblins in this area, that could be very useful. But if you're looking for XP, you're going to need something more level appropriate, not walking around fighting the weakest of the creatures.
I think a combination of cooperating with the town, doing roleplay, and hunting goblins while we're researching could get us leveled by the time they're finished doing their research, right? Because who knows what else we'll find while we're hunting goblins.
That's true.
Visaya had loads of things for us to do. I would suspect there's things for us to do in odds.
So, my opinion, as I believe we should go to odds. This person is likely from odds. It may be worth it for us to, I don't know, bring this person back. God, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. Feels wrong to leave him up here on the spear.
Perhaps bury his head.
Yeah. Perform some rites over him. Well,
Plus,
I agree.
that might draw the goblins out, you know.
Mm-hmm. This is the head of someone who was loved. I hope.
Exactly.
Okay. We bury the head. We move down out of the mountains. We'll be in the plains by the time the sun begins to go down.
Great. Neil, when we go to sleep, because we're close, I will cast Alarm on the camp.
Can you put it in chat?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So up to a 20-foot cube. And then...
We need tiny hut.
Lasts 8 hours.
Is it when anything enters the region?
Any
So
life force greater than a rat.
Touches it or
Enters
otherwise
the
comes in
wood.
contact with it. So you can't cast it on the camp where the party is because you're in contact with it. You need to cast it somewhere else.
Okay, if there's an appropriate place, like if we're in a little nook or something like that, or if we're being overlooked by a cliff, I'll cast it up there. Or
No, you're
like
in the
that.
plains. You'd need 8 of these to go in a circle around you.
You know, I find somewhere appropriate to cast it.
You're just casting it to gain some XP.
Well, you could say that, but it keeps us more secure, no? Fine, I don't cast it,
Marginally?
fine. Oh, that's fine.
The next day, we will arrive in Odds. It's a nice, quiet day here. The snows in Odds have melted already. It is looking nice. Why is my map not updating?
I go visit my girlfriend of the time.
Oh, the snow's gone. Hopefully.
My wizard.
The snow's back.
There we go.
Oh, it's gone again.
We enter into Odds, the lovely little town. You go to see the girlfriend lady. What's her name?
Holly.
Oh.
From Holly's
Berries.
berries, yeah.
Holly's Berries. Yeah. You find Holly. Well, you
Nice
go to her
try,
shop. You know, her apprentice is there. You know the house is round back. Do you go like through the shop or you just go knock on her house door?
I go through the shop.
Yeah, the apprentice sees you and gives you a little wave. Oh, Father Cedric. It's an honor to see you again. Did you find everything you were looking for?
I nod and I push past him, you know.
Excuse
Get out of my way.
you're not
Help.
allowed to go with Mr. Cedric. Father Cedric. As you push
Okay.
past him and
Yeah.
you know, into the area. Give me a charisma check here, Cedric. How long has your influence lasted? You had a nice time, things were great, but then you were gone for a while, and oh my God, a mod of 33. She looks up from the table that she's working at. Piles of scrolls around her, some clay tablets nearby, an ink quill in her hand, a little pot. and some things that she's writing on. When the door opens, she turns and goes, "For the last time, I've..." And then she sees Cedric. She gets up and she hurries over towards you a little bit too hastily and slows down as she approaches. Mr. Cedric.
I have something to show you. And I like clear off her desk.
I bet you do.
I laugh and I
I
pull
thought
out.
you were gonna say that she knocks all her shit off her desk.
No, and I pull out the 19 strands of Martha's hair in the bottle.
Ooh.
Oh,
And I
you've been seeing
place it under
someone.
that. No, Holly. This is hair from Martha herself. The goddess of life. She visited me.
Wow.
Cast
Would
detect
she-
magic on it.
Okay. She steps back. She always has a detect magic prepared because she's a good wizard. She throws it down. Observes, walks closer, inspects, seems deeply interested in these, sort of picks up a strand and sets it away and then focuses on and concentrates on it, brings it back to the others. Well.
I want you to have one of these. So you can study and learn from it and, you know.
Are you sure?
Oh, I nod.
She gave these to you, didn't she? Isn't she a god? Isn't there a purpose behind this?
Well, I asked for it. I said that it would always help me steer my actions towards her.
It's very bold of you.
You know, I nod.
She goes and gets a small glass vial, very expensive, pulls out the stopper, puts the hair in there, closes it, and begins to like write out a label. Fixes the label with a little bit of spit, and then puts it in a little rack on the wall.
Okay. I'll spend the day with her. What were you gonna say?
Did you want me to do anything in particular with it, or is this just for my own personal? Is this a job or a gift?
This is a gift. You can do whatever you want with it. But if you have any ideas of what these godly artifacts could do, or anything like that, I would be interested to know. I stop my 18, I put them back in my thing, and then, I'll spend the day with her and we'll chat, we'll catch up.
Yeah.
It's not all business.
Yeah, you guys shoot the shit. You have a nice time. She ignores all of the work that she was supposed to be doing, sort of takes a spontaneous day off, but lets you know like she actually has some stuff to do. So tomorrow, she'll need to get back to her studies.
Yeah. Oh, Berenza, he needs to learn Identify. Is that something you can help with? He says he has the spell, I think.
Oh, well then he can do it on his own.
Perfect. All right. I spend the day with her and we chill.
All right, Pete Chow, you're going to do Berenza's spell learning check because you are the master of the dice rolls, Pete Chow. You're going to roll as low as you can on a D100. You need a 40 or lower for him to learn Identify.
That's so trash.
40 or lower.
That's easy. For a guy like me? You said what or lower?
40
Well,
or
let's see.
lower on a D100.
Well, that's so easy. Look at this.
Is there no way we can give it help?
No. What else you got, Neil?
Oh, Berenza. Let's see what he's got.
God, he's
Fucking the 9-int wizard.
Hey.
Whatever, fuck it. He doesn't need these spells. He just needs to cast Magic Missile.
That's sort of
Cedric,
true.
what is my purpose?
You
To cast Magic Missile.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Which one of these?
It's a good idea, though, that maybe Holly can give him some discounted spells to
Maybe
learn.
in the future.
Some level 2 spells. He's not got any level 2 spells, so.
What's a good level 2 spell?
Knock.
Oh, yeah.
Invisibility.
True. Big true.
Mirror image. Web.
All right, he's going to try and learn Identify. No, we already did Identify. Spider Climb is the other one he has access to. Elijah, hit me up with that D100 lower than 40.
Not a problem for a guy like me.
Yes!
16. Spider
Incredible.
climb it is.
We've just nerfed
Pretty
ourselves.
good.
Now he's going to have one less magic missile in every fight.
Yeah, that's actually
Pro.
Okay. He does have Melf's Acid Arrow. It's a 2nd level spell. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Wow.
2d4
isn't that
damage.
just rate worse than magic missile?
Well,
It's
it
in
does-
some ways it's better.
It does damage over time if you hit with it.
But
It
it can miss.
interrupts. Yeah, but it interrupts the casting of spellcasters because it does
Right.
damage first thing in the round.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
'Cause yeah,
It's a
it's
dot,
good
so
for
you
that.
can't cast spells
Okay,
while you're
yeah.
suffering from it. Not bad.
But you have to hit, and he's a.
You have to.
You fire it as if a fighter of the same level.
Yeah, so you'd roll d20 plus 2. Reasonable chance.
Yeah.
40%
I've
chance
got
of
it.
hitting.
I can cast it myself though, so
All right, so we're in odds. We said we wanted to look into some quests around here. Previously, there had been talk of this mine.
I want to do the mine, but I don't know if we
The
can.
mine. Is there?
it's
was
also
there
it's
something-
it's got to do with the ley lines, right? So
it?
the mine sounded dangerous. If you remember, Holly warned us against it. But given that it's got something to do with the ley lines, maybe it's worth going there.
Okay.
What's the problem with just going there? You know.
Yeah, the thing with the mine was that there was a shaft that went down into the darkness or something, and no one's ever come back from it. Was that right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
But now with you, me, we got Bazinga.
Not
Holly said
Bazinga.
that she wouldn't go down there, nor would I put my.
Well, I think we might be a little bit overconfident. I think at the very least we should try to find out what, like, the rough skill level of the people that went down there before were. Like, if they sent down a level 10
that's a good
fighter and he
idea.
That's
never
a
came
fair.
back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
I'll ask Holly because she sounded like she had knowledge of this. If not, then I'll go over to the Lord Coldwell's, I think, estate and try to talk to him about it. Maybe see if he can offer us some money to clear it out. I'm
You
also
mean
gonna
Lord Horowitz.
Horowitz, that too.
Yeah.
Cedric also asks Holly to be his girlfriend.
Well, you want to go steady?
I want to go
You
steady with
who
you.
blows in
Neil.
and out of town?
Yeah, he does.
Cedric,
he wants to go steady.
I enjoy your company. And if you were to live in odds, that would be on the table. But I'm not waiting around for a man who may never show up again. No offense.
I
This is-
just gave
this is a-
her
this
the
is a feeling
goddesses
Cedric's never
fucking
experienced.
hair, Neil. Ain't
You
no
did.
way.
She doesn't want a fuckboy, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Well,
Yeah.
Well,
I take
What's
it.
up?
she's
I take it
down
like
for
a-
the fuckboy, but she doesn't want to be committed to a fuckboy. She doesn't want to be like tied down in a situation like that.
I take
Holly
it and I let
Sparrows
her
are for
know
everyone.
after I finish my quest, I'll be back for her.
Nice.
Being second choice isn't great, but I understand what you're doing is very important, so I don't hold that against you. If you survive it, please come find me. And anytime you're passing through town, I would love to see you.
Always. I asked her about the mine later on that night.
Yeah. So there's this mine. She's gonna make an int check. You're gonna make an int check. We're gonna see what we can remember from these conversations. You
22.
roll a 22.
That's a pass.
Ooh, she does not roll very well at all. She fails her int check. So you'll remember that he had sent some people down a couple of times. And by the description of it, it didn't sound like he sent down great knights. It sounded like they were people in town looking for work. And he was like, you could check this out for me, and sent them down. You don't have an exact level, but you would be baffled if they were 5th level or higher.
okay.
And they were sent
Okay.
down at like a group of 2. So
Oh, okay. That sounds
That's
better
good.
then.
Yeah.
That makes me feel a lot better because we're gonna be us 4, Berenza, and John.
We're quite the force.
We're quite the force. Do we have magical light yet? I have,
You have a light?
I have a light. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's
that the
it's
only
kind of a
one?
nut. It's the only one, I think. Can anybody
Oh,
else
by the
cast
way,
light?
No. Oh, maybe Berenza can learn light.
That would
be good.
actually be really nice if he could learn light.
But light
Yes.
doesn't light. Is it 1 turn per level, Neil? Only be half an hour. Is it 1 turn per level? How long's light last?
Is there ritual casting
Yes.
in 2E?
I have
No.
spells that like increase light from torches and so on, but I think the light spell you're talking about is just generally way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
W-
need
one,
like,
one thing to note that somebody in chat mentioned was that maybe this is wrong, but just to remind us if it's not, Moo, is your light effigy thing in place of your chants? Like you can't have a chant and the
pretty sure
lights at the
that's
same
not-
time.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. Also, don't read fucking chatters. I don't want to hear what these morons have to say. Don't
yeah.
bring them up to me.
All right, Neil.
I think Spirit Guide is listed under chant.
I don't.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not.
Spirit Guide is a chant. Yes.
Where at? Where does it say that?
It's just under the chant column. It's actually not listed in the text, like on your character sheet and on the website. It's got the chant coloring.
So I can't. This is my chant instead to be able to light.
Yes.
Does it say that anywhere on the spell?
No, not all of the chants actually call out that they are chants. But yes, that is correct.
All right. Well, then I'm cooked.
Nick, never read chat again.
true.
Fucking. I can't believe you did that to us.
So
win
it
some,
sounds
you
like you
lose some.
need maybe some torch bearers or lantern bearers.
We've got Berenza and
What we need
John can
is
hold
to
torches.
be able to buy fucking magical
I can
light.
hold-
I guarantee
I can
someone
hold a
here
torch.
has some magical.
There were magic
stuff.
lanterns in
We could have bought them in
Dayrun.
Dayrun.
You just left it, Dayrun.
We did.
Let's go back to
That's a good point, though. Can Holly can Holly cast continual lights? Does she sell light stones?
Isn't
She
that a
does have a
cleric
magic
thing?
shop. No, it's a wizard
She-
thing as well.
Does have a magic shop. Let me go take a quick look at our NPCs over here. And let's take a look at odds on our big old table. Absolutely.
we go.
Holly will sell you a light stone. I'm sorry, she will sell you a magic lantern for 50 gold.
Oh, that's crazy. Let's just use a fucking torch.
How much light does it give?
I think it might be worth it. Like my light spell, it's just like I have to like be economical about my spell slots, right?
Yes.
No, but we can just use the torch.
How
it's
much
fine.
light does it give?
30 feet of light.
How much
Maybe
is
It's no
we should
better
do-
than torch is
maybe-
30 feet as well, I think.
Maybe we should do a smaller job or two first to get the 50 gold.
All right. How
It's
much
not
is
what-
Lord Horowitz gonna pay us?
How much gold do we have? Do we not have enough?
We do.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. We'd be better off with like a light
Oh,
stone
it's
would
not
be worth it.
bruv. Yeah, it's fucking worth it when we only
How is
have
it worth
one
it?
lantern.
Explain to me
Torches
how
are
it's worth it.
15 feet. The
Boom.
lantern's
There you go.
30 feet. It's double.
Double
it's
the light.
permanent. It's forever.
And you know, double
don't have
the
to worry
radius
about it.
means like pi times square the area.
Question, Neil. Since my shield is strapped to my arm, could I hold the lantern in my shield arm?
Well, then the shield would be blocking the light
But yeah, but then
unless you hold.
I just walk at
Oh, like you
rest.
could set the lantern. You could walk with it in your shield arm and then set it down for combat, and then it wouldn't move anymore. Or you could
Neil, I
carry
buy
it
it.
with your shield. You buy it.
It's bought.
It comes in multiple colors. You have to pick your color. Magic lantern.
I want it
Vibrant
in.
purple.
What's Martha's color? Yeah. I
Wait,
was
actually,
thinking purple,
just so that buyer's regret doesn't set in, because this is gonna be a great demonstration. Can you turn off the lights, Neil, and just show the difference in lighting area that we would get?
Oh, yeah. Let me take you to a quick dungeon so you can see these things. That's a fucking brilliant idea, dude.
Basically, a torch will light up 3 tiles. The lantern will light up 6, like tiles out.
The big problem is the people who are usually holding lanterns are all the way in the back, and then if I'm in the front, I can't see fucking anything.
True.
Okay, so I'm going to bring the party over here. Zephyr, Cedric, Riven, Elijah. I'm going to turn off all of your fancy night vision for just a moment. Okay, so this is torchlight. This is lantern light. Let's get you out of this shitty small spot so you can have a better view. Okay, this is lantern light. This is torchlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Lantern
on now.
Switch between them again.
Torch. Lantern.
Okay.
And how much
lantern
gold
is
was this?
pretty
Did you
awesome.
say 100?
50.
50.
50? That's a steal.
That's a
a
steal. I
steal.
buy that. Because the
Yep.
thing is Nick can see out there because he's got like the passive.
Oh, that's true.
I can't see shit.
It's never been a problem for us. Because
It's never
we're
been a fucking
elves.
problem because he
Oh,
can't see
no
it.
wonder he was against it. This motherfucker.
He's like, everything's fucking fine here. When I'm dealing with literally, like, I can see, like, this far in front of my ass.
Cedric is like falling down ravines, and Raven's like, "What's the problem?" I don't see an
Let's
issue.
get it in purple.
Okay. Yes, you can get it in purple. Done.
Thank you. All right, who wants it? Who's gonna hold this? Probably John,
I
right?
dual wield my weapons. I shouldn't hold it.
Okay, so you
I can
should
hold it. I can do it. There's literally no downside.
Then you'll have it. Perfect.
Yep.
Well, now you got a magic.
Why are we?
lantern.
Wait,
Now
hold
you're
on.
off
Why are we
the-
giving this priceless?
Thanks for the magic
thing to
lantern,
the guy who doesn't
suckers.
want it?
How much does it weigh, Neil?
It's a paper lantern, so it weighs like a pound when you carry it. It's a little bit. It's sort of big, you know, like if you've seen like a Chinese or Japanese sort of roundish paper lanterns. So it's kind of voluminous. It's a little hard to pack away, but it doesn't. If you're carrying it in your hand, it doesn't really weigh anything.
Okay.
Pound at most.
That's awesome, actually.
I'm gonna call it half a pound, Neil.
Can we call it 1 pound?
0.8? We'll call it 0.8. What do you think about that?
Half pound.
Let's call it
Right.
0.8, and then the next time you pick up something or it rains on you, you'll be encumbered.
No, it doesn't make a difference to my encumbrance. I'm just trying to be pedantic.
Well, then
Yeah.
let's go and talk to Lord Harrowitz.
Yeah, so we want to get involved in this thing. Let's skip past some of this bullshit because you know you can find him. It's going to take a couple of days for him to like be available because he's out and about doing shit. You know, these things take times. Horowitz. But he wants people to come explore this mine for him. So it's easy to get this audience with him. A few days later, Berenza's learning spells. John's checking out the new city. You guys are hanging out. I'm going to ask you for some money pretty soon. But Lord Horowitz, once you meet with him in his room, he clicks his fingers together in an excited way. He says, "You're interested in this exploration. Forgive me for saying this, but can the world afford to lose a cleric like you, Mr. Cedric, Father Cedric? This mine could be dangerous. Have you thought about the implications for the rest of the world should you perish?"
The world's a dangerous place. We're going to need to get stronger if we're going to be able to fix it. I communed with Martha but a week ago, and she is now knowledgeable about our journey and is helping us in it.
Excellent. Excellent indeed. Well then, I would be most happy to let you explore that furthest most passage and find out what is within it. Thank you very much.
We're running a bit tight on funds. Is it possible we could be paid for this endeavor?
Oh, of course, I would never dream of asking you to do this without compensation. Money moves the world, it moves people. Of course, everything must be paid for.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do it for free, but we just had to buy a magic lantern. You know, times are tough.
Times are tough. This is a bit of an odd situation because I don't know what's down there. Perhaps it is completely empty, or perhaps it glitters with diamonds and jewels. Perhaps people have died because the air down there is poisonous, or perhaps there's a great monster, or
How about
perhaps
whatever
they
we
just
find
got
we
lost.
can keep?
Oh, I mean, like, even if there's nothing down there, wouldn't it be nice to know?
It would be.
Wouldn't disappointing, but it would be a load off your mind. That's got to be worth something. Wouldn't be laying awake thinking that there might be untold mithril beneath your feet.
I can offer you any loot that you may find on the corpses of monsters or people who have been down there before. Any objects that you can take out with you, of course, can be yours. I can offer you a cash amount that I will think about carefully, but I cannot grant you mining rights. If you find a gold vein in the rocks themselves, I would claim that as my own. But if there are golden coins on the body of some ancient mummy, you are welcome to them.
Sounds fair to me.
Sounds totally
How
fair.
about a favorable trade deal for the town of Aknara for any products that come from the mine?
Aknara,
Something we
that's,
can discuss. Aknara is a small
it's one
town.
of those
We wouldn't buy
islands
much.
in the lake, right?
Yeah, well, that's where we come from, and maybe they need. I know, maybe you find some really good iron down there. They're not going to need much every year.
Of course. I'll give you a discount on anything I sell that goes to Aknara. Let's call it 10% discount on all things to Aknara.
Sure.
That's perfect.
As well as all the other stuff. Perfect.
As well
I
as all
shake
of the
on
other
it.
stuff. Yeah. Well, hold on. Before you shake, let me tell you how much I think I can afford to pay for this. Looks at the lot of you. There's a lot of you. But that should make it easy, right? Because there's so many. And there's clerics and there's these. Does he know about that you guys are sorcerers? I think so. I think that information wasn't well hidden when you were in odds. Might even have been overtly stated. A cash prize of 500 gold or equivalent in silver and gems.
Deal.
That's pretty
Yeah.
great.
Deal.
That's a
Very
pretty good
fair,
deal.
my lord.
Excellent. He reaches out a hand.
I shake it.
That's total, not per person, right?
Correct.
Total.
Mm-hmm.
We get back up.
I just
Oh,
did
wait,
the mental
no, you
math.
said 500 per person.
Think of all the magic lanterns we could buy.
Excellent. I will make some arrangements. The ropes and chains needed to drop to lower people down that far will need to be brought to that section of the mines. Whatever preparations you need, please take them. Come back here, and one of my men will show you to the mines. It's on the eastern edge of the mountains. Yes?
Okay.
Elijah wants to have a conversation with Zephyr.
Okay, listening.
He pulls her aside. So, I've been thinking about this and running the numbers and stuff. Regarding John and Berenza and their rights to any kind of payments that we get in loot, we should probably draft up an agreement before we find any loot or win any great rewards. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Because-
I think we should figure out a system for the distribution of loot and material wealth that we acquire. I think, obviously, a large amount of it will be going towards the actual completion of our quest, but it is reasonable for them to be able to take some for themselves.
I just don't want them to assume, because we just heard, we had that discussion, 500 per person, 500. And
Yeah.
I just don't want them to assume that they're just going to get a 1/6 cut of that, because let me tell you, our operation cannot afford that.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, us here doing a lot of administrative work and handling people and actually making the decisions bear a lot more responsibility and should see more of those wages.
Yeah, I think you're right. Definitely higher ranked people should have command over more wealth, not necessarily ownage of more wealth.
Right. Important distinction there.
It's worth noting that if we're buying armor for John and we're paying for spells for Berenza,
Well, Elijah,
that implies the party is funding them, and therefore the loot should go to the party.
Elijah, you don't need more food than John, right? You don't need that much more money than him.
Well, if we go by what we need, I guess we could all just kind of live on goblin meat and this.
Yeah, but we're not savages.
Right.
We're not all
Exactly. That's exactly my point. We're not savages. We are administrators. We are leaders. We are decision makers, and we should live as such, right?
Yeah, in a very modest and charitable way.
Right. Of course.
I'm not motivated by wealth. Are you? And I'll look at you with a bit of a questioning eyebrow.
Well, no, obviously not. I would be lying if I said that I wasn't used to a certain lifestyle back home that I haven't been able to have for a while now. But I just, think that once this is over, the lot of us, especially the ones who, made the important decisions and made the biggest contributions, should know that they won't be living in poverty.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't think you'll be living in poverty. But I think the world has enough people taking more than what they need. I mean, this is how we got into the issue with... I kind of glance over at the noble. I assume we're having this conversation like in his office. And I kind of lower my voice.
Pulled you aside, so
yeah.
I lower my voice and I kind of glance at the noble and I say, "Those who take more than they need or deserve."
Yeah, of course.
The Barathi Empire.
Right.
I'm a peasant communist. Okay. Anyway, I say, look, we will. How about we form a committee? I'll chair the meeting. You can be the secretary. You'll take the minutes, and we'll have a discussion about this this evening at the tavern. How about that?
All right. And who's going to be? I can put everything together. Who's going to be in the meeting? Do we need? Is it kind of all hands on deck situation, or?
Yeah, it's going to be an all hands on deck. So we're going to need all 6 people. We're going to need a chairperson, a treasurer. We're going to need a secretary, and I can't remember the other ones. We'll need a. Well, you'll be co-chair. You'll be acting in my stead if I'm incapacitated.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll form a committee.
Okay.
Could you draft up an agenda for us for the meeting?
Yeah. Of course. Just going over the things that we talked about and just general kind of roles and making sure that everyone's on board with it. Yeah. I can do that.
Absolutely. And actually,
starts jotting down stuff.
This has been a real consideration for me. Is that I feel like sometimes as a party we're not like morally aligned with each other. So maybe it would be good if we drafted up a party constitution as well.
Okay. Yeah. That we can put that on the. Let me just get all that down.
Someone's gonna show up one day with a constitution.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm so glad we have you. You know what? I have a lot of more respect for administrators, Elijah. I think you guys do a lot of really good work.
It's the kind of job where if you do everything right, nobody notices that you're there. But as soon as you're gone, everything falls apart.
Absolutely. I place my hand on your shoulder and I say, I give it a gentle squeeze. I say, you've really grown on me. I was skeptical about you at first, but I'm glad you're part of this group.
I've learned a lot about myself and about the world. I'm very grateful to be here.
Then I kind of roll my eyes at the noble and say quietly, let's wrap things up with the important people. I say very sarcastically.
Absolutely. They need our utmost attention.
So, party, you've got this job from Horowitz. It looks like it's going to pay well. It looks like you're going to get whatever rewards you want out of it. And then he'll have to do all the actual, real wealth extraction. You're just here for the quick money.
Yeah.
That's going to be in at least 2 days. Today was the 9th of June. The 11th is when you, at earliest, you can go down to the mines. You can wait and go longer if you want.
We still have a library card, right?
It's a monthly subscription.
Motherfuckers.
Fucking the Netflix library. Fuck me.
We could borrow Holly's, maybe? So basically what we need is we need to research where all of the old fucking cities used to be, too. I know we got our meeting to do, too.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And I want to go and speak to the mayor, Neil, if I can get an audience with her, to the diviner.
If the great dwarven sage doesn't know where the old cities are, it's unlikely that the town just over the mountains has the answers waiting for you, but you never know. You never know. You all met with the mayor before, didn't you? There was a whole group meeting with her.
Yes, there was. Just to iterate on the library thing, rather than researching the location of the cities, Moot, I think a better angle might be trying to look at links between Ferris's symbology
and ley lines, sure, yeah.
And the ley lines of the shape of Ferodia itself. Because the dwarf was no expert on the Empire, right? So we might actually find some stuff about that he wasn't able to tell us.
Yeah, I don't even know if I don't think we should spend 100 gold to go to the library.
Fuck yeah, that's how much it is. It's not worth it.
That's the price of library entrance.
Yep. We spent a lot of money. We need to make some money.
Yeah, maybe after we've dealt with the mine.
Maybe,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get a meeting with the mayor. We can sort of do this asynchronously. So as you were trying to meet with Horowitz, you were also trying to meet with the mayor.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. So actually you're meeting with her later in that same day after Horowitz is when you meet with Regina.
Okay.
The whole party can come together. You can meet at the mayor's office in town, which is the big old tower here.
Did you say her name was Regina? Yeah.
Regina. There's a secretary downstairs who has your appointment booked and everything and will lead you to a room where you will wait for the mayor. You get like 5 minutes in there before the mayor comes on over, opens the door. It's not her like grand office at the top where you met last time. This is more of like a common meeting room down the lower reaches of the tower. And she'll walk into the room and say, friends, it's good to see you again, and reach out a hand to shake each of yours. I see we have a new
Regina.
face in our midst.
Yeah, this is John. He's a fighter from Tashir.
Right. We saved his village from occupation by, were they bugbears and goblins, and he joined up to the fight.
Excellent.
There was a great deal of them in the mountain pass that we dealt with. They'd stolen all of Tashir's food supplies for the winter, so the town was facing starvation if we didn't act.
Oh.
Yeah, speaking of which, it looked like they had killed someone from Odds. We found a head on a spear on this side of the mountains on our way over. We took it down and buried it. I think the goblins had left it there as a warning.
A man with red hair and a red beard.
Yeah.
Perhaps you know of someone who's gone missing?
She shakes her head. No, but the mountains are dangerous. Anyone who goes out there to hunt or gather can be met with such a fate. It's not entirely uncommon, unfortunately.
I'll cut to the chase. The reason we wanted to meet with you is because during our travels, we were thinking about what you said about the censor's equipment supply ship that he'll be receiving in the coming months.
Yes.
And conscious that in a month's time he should be filling in his order request, we've considered it and we think we may try and engage in a little bit of piracy, perhaps, to intercept the ship. But this would be made much easier if we knew the name of the ship and where it was sailing from and when it was sailing, and we thought perhaps we might lean on your abilities to discern that once Krellis has put pen to paper. Do you think that's something that you could help with? I'm no diviner, but it seemed like if anyone could work out that information, it might be you.
She thinks to herself. These things, not always as easy as they seem. I know I say I have scryed and learned this, but it's not quite as easy as snapping my fingers and all the knowledge I think comes to mind. Some of this can take days or weeks or longer, and success is not always guaranteed. I have some knowledge of the operations of Prellis and his way he operates. I don't know the exact date that he will fill out his requisition. No one could know that. I only know that every summer he fills out a requisition and it heads back to Solemn, to Tide's End, and then another ship comes sometime later after it has been filled out to Justar's Bay. I know some details about where this information is kept within Justar's Bay, which makes it possible for me to continually scry upon an area from time to time and hope I get lucky to glimpse some of these details. It should give me a rough window, a few weeks to get to Tide's End, a few weeks to get back, and then some days or weeks to fulfill the requisition. If you are here in odds around the time the ship is leaving Tide's End, and I am able to find it, I might be able to give you a window of a few days where it's expected to arrive in Justar's Bay. All of this is to say that I can't pin down anything for you right now. I imagine probably late July, early August is when he would get around to requisitioning things, unless he's in a hurry. So maybe September or October is when things would arrive back.
How do you divine? Do you do it through the gods or through wizardry?
One of the keys to staying alive is to not revealing your tricks. If people know exactly how I operate, it exposes a great many of my weaknesses.
I nod.
I would recommend to many of you as well to keep your secrets close to your chest, to not reveal the exact nature or extent of your powers. If I were to tell you, for example, that I have a shield that prevents harm from coming to me, but that shield only extends in front of me but not behind me, I would be much more vulnerable than if people thought this shield that was interposed was a full, complete sphere around me. So I'm afraid I will not tell you these things.
I was recently gifted something by my goddess, and I'm curious if it could help in your divination magic. It's a strand of Martha's hair.
Excuse me?
A nod.
The goddess of life and creation has bestowed upon you a strand of her hair.
I give her a nod again.
That is a rare and wondrous gift indeed. Off the top of my head, I can think of a dozen uses for it. The only one related to divination, though, might be to find where she is in this world at any given time. I could use a strand of the goddess's hair to scry upon her, perchance. Whether that is best used now while she is upon this mortal plane, or when she leaves and travels to the heavens, is to scry upon the gods in their original domain is... such things are probably beyond the eyes of mortals. We may be blinded or damaged or destroyed for trying to see things beyond our capacity.
I nod. Okay.
Have you... No. You wouldn't want to, but you could. You probably could.
I could what?
It would be a waste to risk wasting one of her hairs in a potion. Terrible risk. Terrible risk.
Hmm.
You wouldn't know what you would get. It could be an elixir of youth. It could be a potion of healing. It could be just a straight up elixir of health. It could be a potion of greater healing. It could be anything. I haven't the slightest idea of what that would produce, nor the proper circumstances in which to make it, but that's the most obvious answer.
Can you make potions?
I think I need to be 9th level to make potions, but I need to check my books.
I think that's correct. Is she 9th level?
No, I'm not 9th level.
Right.
Although I probably shouldn't tell you that because I don't want to reveal exactly what I can and cannot do.
Regardless of the divine blessings, we really do wish to slow Krellis down, and we've taken your words to heart. We really want to interfere with this ship, but without
Excellent.
any information,
Yes.
it's kind of searching a needle in a haystack. Now, we could go to Justar's Bay and find that information, but
Yes.
with Krellis looking for us, that proves a risky endeavor. If we could find the information, with other means, that would be preferable.
It's a shame you don't have any contacts in Justar's Bay.
Oh, we do. We should go get the letter that Elijah's wife sent.
Oh, that's true. You did send a letter.
Yeah.
I had forgotten. Elijah, right. I had completely forgotten we had sent a letter on your behalf.
And I was gonna bring that up. Yeah, the letter. Was there? I mean, probably not, right? But was there a response?
She goes to the door, calls for her secretary, who shows up, says, "Bring me the mail," like the unopened letters. A few minutes later, she comes back and starts like sorting through some closed letters. There's nothing here for an Elijah.
He looks relieved.
Or a... No. But Justar's Bay is some ways away. It may have taken some time to get there. Boats
Right.
don't go immediately. They stop along the way, and then she needs some time to compose a response, and then more time to come back. I'm sure it'll be here any minute now, any day now. I'm sure.
Yeah, right. And it's she's busy and stuff. We don't really. I'm sure it doesn't really matter that much.
Elijah, obviously I've never met your wife, but would she not be putting herself at some risk trying to achieve this information?
Yeah, obviously, like that would be an issue. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being
the
a
secretary comes back in. Oh, and there's this one. I thought it was addressed to the wrong person, but maybe it's what you're looking for. And it says Elijah across the front of it, written in a flourishing script.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. That's good that we have that. We can I can look at that later.
I look at it. Is the handwriting nice?
Yes, it's elegant. It's graceful. Yeah.
I give a bit of a unhappy look and say she's got nice handwriting.
Yeah, she.
Not as nice as your mom's was, Riven.
Don't talk about my mother, Cedric.
I was saying that in a nice way. That's a compliment, Riven.
Keep her name out of your mouth.
Elijah quickly takes the letter and kind of pockets it and hope that this conversation is going in a different direction.
What does the letter say?
Well,
Isn't there?
Oh,
wait, sorry, no, I
finish
forgot. This is private. I apologize.
Well, yeah.
Doing a bit of the dirty in the letter, huh?
That does make me think, though, perhaps not your wife, Elijah, but you know contacts at the docks in Justar's Bay. Is it not possible we could come up with a reason for you to request information about Krellis' supply ship?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm in a prime position to request information like that. I'm literally a contact for them in Agnara and for ships going there, right? I think it would make total sense. Like, we could probably come up with some sort of story.
Perhaps you could ask for something to be added to his requisition list and to be kept informed of when the ship was arriving so you could come back to Justar's Bay to collect it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that. I think that's a great idea. Yeah,
perhaps
so
we don't need magical means after all.
Yeah, or to open the letter.
You should read the letter, Elijah. If your wife took the time to write it for you, the least you can do is read it. I'm not saying you should read it in front of these ghouls here, of course.
I resent that being called a ghoul.
I'm sure you do.
All right. Yeah. All right. That's I'll take a look at it. But no. I think that's a great plan. I'm sure I can think of some people I can request this from. It shouldn't be a problem. I have some people.
Good.
Now, what does the party think Elijah wrote when he wrote to his wife Theodora?
Help me.
That he wants a divorce.
I actually have no idea. I wasn't paying attention to that bit.
Because I've just reread what he has written.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what he wrote.
Yeah, we don't know.
Well, but the plan was certainly to to ask her for help and establish that kind of contact. So we have the contact, and yeah, that's what Elijah went to do.
Do you remember what you wrote?
Yeah.
You should skim this.
No, I do.
I'm really curious now.
Yeah, you really want to know now?
So anyway,
So there's a letter, right? Do you read this on your own?
Yes.
It's a short letter. Should I DM it to you, or are you going to read it publicly?
I will read it privately and then decide in character what I want to do with that information. But I'm sure the party is extremely curious and will not let me get away with.
The suspense is killing me here.
Yeah, me too.
What are you waiting for? Neil to write the letter back? Oh, okay.
Neil's formulating the response right now. He said it was short. I can imagine that it's fairly short.
My dearest Samantha, I no longer love you. I'm not sure that I ever did. Wish the kids well for me. I hope things work out good for you. Goodbye.
That would have been a good idea to write.
Well, it's worse than that? That's crazy.
You're right.
Elijah doesn't let it on, but he can get pretty emotional.
I've always hated you, you fucking bitch. The only thing I hate more than you is those 3 disgusting children. Never talk to me again.
We will, I think when the time comes, it shall be revealed. In the meantime, I think, Elijah and Riven kind of work out something that he would write to contact at the docks.
Yeah.
I think the plan that you had was good, requesting that, he's the contact in Aknara, right? So it would make sense for him to request something there. Or maybe...
Well, maybe not Aknara because they're in Aknara right now.
Well, yeah.
Here's your letter.
Oh.
Well, you could be anywhere, right?
Watch his face as he reads this.
You guys see him walk over to the corner of the room, like undo this letter that's got like a thin layer of dust on it. Read through it. Everyone's looking. The mayor leans forward. And Elijah, make me a saving throw versus spell.
Okay.
Ooh. That's rude.
She cursed the letter?
No, she's mind reading him.
Oh.
So she can read and see what's on the letter.
Looking for my saving throws on this tab, sorry. Where are they on this one? Wait, I found it. I found it.
Combat.
Yeah.
0 successes.
That's good for us.
We noticed that she's
We don't.
doing this.
Yeah, do we notice her casting a spell
I
now?
think everyone's like looking at Elijah, and then at some point you look back at her and she's like muttering some words to herself, and the muttering of her becomes pretty apparent, and she like flips a copper coin into the air, and it sort of like fizzles and disappears as it flutters. And she stares at Elijah.
Yeah, Elijah just kind of casually packs the letter back up, puts it back in the envelope, and just lets it slide back into his bag and sits back down. So where were we? The docks plan, great plan. What else were we trying to?
The letter, dear man. The letter. It was supposed to be of some importance. I believe you were, if I recall correctly, you were wondering if you were wanted in Justar's Bay, or if Krellis was on to you as an individual.
Yes.
It seems from the looks on your face that you are not wanted.
Well, I mean that
no one's looking for you.
That
no one even realizes you're missing or cares.
That's wow. Okay, I don't think that's
I'm
one
a very good judge of character and face reading.
That is one personal view that might be held by some people. I am
Come forth, man. The secrets are not good amongst friends. What did you say to her? I did not read the letter you sent. What did you say?
I look over at Zephyr, trying for her to step in and save me from this.
I'm really curious. What did you say? I don't think you should. I don't think you have to reveal that to this person.
No. Information is power, and if this group is going to undermine such a terrible monster as Corbin Krellis, honesty should be the best policy.
Absolutely.
Should we all not understand what's happening?
This letter also contains potentially very private information of my friend Elijah. I don't know if he should be compelled to tell the party.
Well,
Elijah, come over here.
I understand the Wardens of Aknara value privacy. It is in your nature. But we must share and pool resources if we are to get anywhere.
I think what's
show me the letter. I can determine if you should share it with her or not.
What's important is that I mean this letter here. She's not the greatest, judge of these kinds of things. Honestly, that it's just all about family talk, blah blah blah. Kids are well, all right, and thank you for the letter.
I would like to see a charisma check, to vibe check him.
Yeah,
That's good that your kids are well, Elijah.
While Elijah's talking about this, I'll whisper to Riven in the ear. I'll say, "Seems like your little plan of getting with Elijah's not going to work. He's flustered at his wife's letter."
I don't respond to this.
Roll a 3 on my charisma check.
Do I notice that he's lying? That he's flustered? What are the vibes that I get from
I've been reading real quotes from the letter, but also skipping over some parts. So what's
Elijah? Would you like to talk about this privately with me?
Okay, listen. You guys just what we have to understand is that marriages, and I know I'm a little bit older than most of us, so just making sure marriages are a complicated thing. My father always said this to me. Is
she divorcing you? Are you okay?
Besides the point.
What do you mean that's besides the point? Wait, that sounds like that is what... Elijah, is everything okay? I know we're trying to save the world here, but is your life collapsing before our eyes?
I elbow Cedric in a smug way.
I'm just... Okay. Elijah realizes that just coming forward with this is the only way. He reaches into his bag. He's an accountant. He's diligent. He keeps copies of letters that he sends for himself.
Boy.
So
Mare gets up from her chair and starts to walk over towards you.
Wait, hang on, I don't think you need to see that. Right?
Elijah just kind of...
You're wanting me to spy on Corbin Krellis for you. I'm putting my neck on the line. Please, this is the least you can do for payment.
Elijah just kind of resigns.
Are you personally interested in the life of my friend Elijah? What the hell?
That is bizarre.
Plucks the letter up. Well, everyone has to have a hobby. Dearest Theodora. Oh, that's a good start. I hope this letter finds you well. She starts walking back to her side of the table. Not finds you as well as in finds you being... Oh, wow, you're a terrible writer. Not finds you well as in finds you being well. More so finds you well as in I hope you get to read it, such that I need not waste more of my valuable paper, ink, or sanity writing to you? Oh, Elijah.
My jaw dropped as I
you off.
turned to Elijah.
You're probably wondering why I only contact you now or where I've been. Just kidding. I know you haven't thought of me one bit since I started, since I last left our wretched home. Wretched home? He says wretched home. How are the kids? Does my son yet walk? I think not seeing how standing upright gets him a painful bit closer to the source of that screeching bat's growl you call your voice? She folds the letter. I'm not halfway through.
Oh, Elijah!
I'm shocked.
I see you differently now.
I would never have thought. You're so mild-mannered. I never thought you could write, you could feel so strongly about anything. She unfolds the letter. I hope my daughter is eating well. Has been eating well. At someone else's house, that is. Never did care for your cooking. Have I told you that before? Anyways, my reason for this unpleasant interaction is that I'm faced with a dilemma. I realize that my monthly wage is still going directly to you, by whom it is probably being directly converted into more ugly things with the express purpose of making my time in our chambers as miserable as possible. I do not wish to return to said chambers, and I do not wish to return to you.
Jesus.
However, the men in charge of my payment at the offices of Just Stars Bay, some of which you are in this very moment undoubtedly sleeping with, change quicker than your hair has been changing from muddled brown to spiderweb white? Who is this woman, Elijah? I already sent a letter to my office, but would you please show up there post haste to confirm my decision? You would make my time far away from you more pleasant than it already is. It feels truly good to finally tell you these things, Theodore. Let it know that I will never forgive you for putting me into the prison and calling it a marriage. She folds the letter and puts it on the table. I am a free man now. Kindest regards, and your endearing husband forever, Elijah.
What the fuck is wrong with you,
Slides the
Elijah?
letter back over to you.
I stand mouth agape.
That is the most cuttingly savage letter I've ever read in my life, Elijah.
And you didn't want me to read this. Do you understand now why? Oh my God. What did she say back? Tell us.
Like I said, short letter. Dearest Elijah, the kids are well. Your son does walk. Thank you for the letter. It should confirm to the judge that we have no need for this marriage to continue. When I spoke to your office, they were mildly disappointed you were still alive. They have stopped your payments for dereliction of duty. Nobody in Just Stars Bay misses you. Nobody thinks of you. Stay where you are. Your darling wife, Theodora.
Is this a humor style that you both have, or?
Yeah, is it like an in-joke?
Is this banter? Is this banter? Is this weird banter? I must know.
That makes sense.
Is this how you get hot to one another?
Like I was saying, a marriage is a complicated affair.
What sort of complicated are we dealing with? Says Regina, the mayor, the 8th level wizard mayor.
And I sat down and wanted to write this letter, to get the information that we needed. And as soon as I started writing, all these things started going through my head about, this life that I left behind and this life that I have now, and just all these things that I've been meaning to say to this. You guys, you don't understand. You don't know what it's like to be in a loveless marriage for 20 years. 20 years of my life. I could have been doing so many things. I could have been slaying so many goblins. I could have become so much. I could have made it so far.
Don't put yourself down, Elijah. Your position is not that much more different than Riven's. She's been a loveless existence for a long time.
That's true.
I glare
I've got
sideways
centuries to
at
go, though.
Cedric, and I reach over and I place a hand on Elijah's shoulder and I say, I don't know if I understand, but I am here for you. Everything is gonna be...
Oh,
You don't live
Elijah,
that life anymore, Elijah.
We are who we are because of the trials we go through. You wouldn't be the great man you are today if it wasn't for having been through these things. You shouldn't regret them.
Or maybe I wouldn't be the great man that I had been if I just hadn't been at the right time at the right place when the literal gods touched down on Earth. That's what it took, you know.
Lord Berenza reaches over and sets a hand on you. I know what it is like to be of a man of means and to be forced into marriages that you do not want. These commoners, they don't get the pressures placed upon our kind that you must conform and you must marry this person who was chosen by someone else. It's not the same. They don't get it. And I myself have successfully prevented any such prisons from encompassing my soul. Congratulations on being free.
Thank you. It's not, well, it wasn't exactly an arranged marriage or anything like that, but the point still holds, I think, and I'm glad to have someone who understands the situation.
This wasn't arranged? You married for love?
Well, you know, I was young, and it was all of a sudden there was just
Takes his supportive hand off of you.
Sometimes you're in a situation and it just seems, even though it's bad, it seems easier to continue just doing what you know than have to stop doing that and rely on yourself again.
You notice Regina has been scrawling on a letter, on a rolled up piece of parchment, and her hand sort of like reaches back outward to the letter that Elijah wrote. She had left on the table and sort of like grabs it and flips it over and starts making a copy.
That's awesome. This is a good tea for her.
I wonder why she would do that.
I feel like this is one of those letters, like the letters that the Cossacks sent to the fucking Shah. Basically, have you ever heard about this letter that the Cossacks sent to this emperor? Basically, the emperor was like, "Hey, you guys should submit to me and like be my feudal lords." And there's like this amazing painting of the Cossacks writing a letter to this Ottoman Sultan, where effectively they basically told him to go fuck himself in so many different ways that it's like a famous letter. I think there's like a what's the classic quote? Hold on. What is it? It's like, the Cossacks to the Turkish Sultan. Oh, Sultan, Turkish devil and damned devil's kin, secretary to Lucifer himself. What the hell kind of person are you that can't slay a hedgehog with your naked butthole? The devil excretes you and your army eats shit. It's like just this, it's just a vulgar, like, document that was sent to this, like, most powerful man in Europe. I'm pretty sure they fought a war after that. I don't know. I don't remember.
Good for them. They probably all fucking died, but...
True.
Yeah. But you should, let me see if I can find the painting, because the painting is so worth it. They're all like, just a bunch of lads giggling about writing this vulgar letter to a fucking Ottoman king. I posted it in chat. There you go.
Oh,
That's
nice.
great.
Oh, they're having a great time writing that letter.
Yeah.
They've even got Father Christmas in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was kind of me when I was drafting this up.
Well, Elijah, I feel like I have severely misunderestimated you.
I just I'm sorry if this is gonna make things complicated, but I mean, we did glean information from this.
This makes everything much more simple. They don't even care that you're missing. They don't know anything about you.
Right.
They don't know anything about you. They can't know anything about the wardens, the real wardens.
Right.
Eknor is saved.
You're saying we should. You're saying we should go to Justar's Bay?
Oh, I'm not saying anything quite like that. I'm just saying they're at least not looking for you right now. Have you been home yet?
No.
You said you went to Tashir. Okay.
I will say, I mean, perhaps it's a mistake to think that Sensor Krellish shares all of his goals and knowledge with whichever lackey Elijah's late wife spoke to.
She nods her head. You heard me speak moments ago about sharing information, that all knowledge should be shared amongst people cooperatively. That is very much the antithesis of how the Empire operates. It's exceedingly top-down, need to know only, with oftentimes the hand does not know what the brain is thinking, if that makes sense. People can be assigned a task without understanding its purpose, only knowing that they must do to the letter what they were told.
Yeah. If anything, this could be bad news because our previous plan of maybe using Elijah's position to request information of the ship might now prove fruitless if he's no longer employed.
Yeah.
That would
Unless he
be.
goes back and begs for his job.
It doesn't sound like it's important enough for them to care.
Based on that letter, I don't think I would ever want to wish that upon anyone, let alone Elijah.
I mean,
Didn't you just say the fate of the world was at hand? You wouldn't
Elijah
have him
considers
for a
back
job
and
in order
there
to
are
save.
certain
Elijah
bridges we
considers
shouldn't
back and
cross.
forth.
And going back to that wife is definitely a bridge that shouldn't be crossed.
Really, the fate of all Ferodia, she says, just talking over Elijah. The fate of all Ferodia may rest in your hands, but begging for a job or talking to a wife is not
Easy
worth
for
it.
you to say that sitting behind the nice, comfortable desk.
Well,
I
it is,
We're
isn't it?
we're the ones out there fighting.
We're going to a mine
finagling
tomorrow.
people into giving me a job is perhaps one of my greatest talents. Squirming and begging to be taken back is I mean I could try. I'm sure it would be greatly difficult for me, he says, thinking that this would be the easiest thing in the world for him. I'm sure that I could. I mean, it would be difficult for me, and I would need, a lot of support from the group from that. But I like you said, it's for the entire world, isn't it?
Perhaps, but we only have, a matter of 3 or 4 months before the ship arrives in Justar's Bay. If you've got to beg for your job and enough clout to be able to add an order onto Krellis's own requisition, I'm not sure there's enough time. Maybe there's a more expedient option. Perhaps there is something that you've already ordered that you want to pick up, and you could just say, now that I've been fired, can you just let me know when the requisition ship's arriving so I can come and get it?
That would be
Or
property of the Empire. If anything requisitioned is belonged by the Empire, unfortunately.
I just think, Krellis is going to write the note in the next month or 2 months. If you've got to beg for your job back before then, because then you'd have to say, oh, can you requisition this for me? I'm not sure that gives us enough time. Maybe your contact at the docks doesn't know you've been fired. You don't actually have to requisition anything, I guess. You could just say, oh, I've requisitioned something. Can you let me know when the ship's arriving?
Or maybe you could beg for your wife to forgive you and
Well,
get to know
that's
one of
not-
the people she might be spending her time with.
I mean, I'm sure there's. He looks
If
towards
she's
Riven.
intimate with other officers, and you
Well,
You could send me in there, and I could get intimate with your wife, and then
Oh,
she could help us out
well,
for a favor.
hold on. That's not.
that could work as well.
I think
there are
that
far
we have.
simpler ways to infiltrate the information pipeline.
Yeah,
So,
I agree with that.
I think we're all bullying Elijah a little bit too much here. The man's just been through something. Let's have a bit of respect. No offense, Regina. I know you're the mayor, but I think you're prying a little bit too much here.
Yeah, Elijah just
I
broke
confess
free from his
this
chains.
This is a weakness of mine.
Like you
You don't
said,
get a lot of this sort of interaction as mayor. You don't get the sort of honest bits anymore.
well, given how you've treated Elijah, I'm not surprised people don't come to you with troubles.
I take out a piece of paper and I write down that the mayor likes gossip. So, like, next time we're in town, we gotta have juicy gossip to share.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
confess I may be a lot like Elijah in that capacity. An excellent bureaucrat, but my social skills may sometimes lapse.
Well,
Elijah only
we all
heard the
have our
compliment part
weaknesses.
of that. And I appreciate that very much. I could go and see which contacts I could. I'm sure I have some people who I know people who work at these docks. I've known them for. He just randomly estimates a high number for 15 years. I mean, there's. He tries to think of a name. He looks around the room. Joseph. Or I think that was his name. There's lots of people I could talk to, try to make contact with. I mean, it is a short amount of time, but I know a lot of these people, and I have for a while, and we could figure something out. I think I can still maybe get this information.
I believe that you can get this information. It's not like it's secret plans. I mean, for those of you working in Just Stars Bay, this should be relatively accessible information.
Right.
If you yourself can't request it, perhaps you have a friend that still works in your office that may.
I
Look
wouldn't.
into
I
it
mean,
for
they restructure things all the time. I wouldn't really. I mean, sure, the people there always liked me, obviously, but I would have to write to everyone at some point. If if all of them are getting letters at this point, maybe some of them even work for Krellis. There could be some suspicion raised. There's just so many people that I could write to that.
I'm sure if you put your mind to it, Elijah, you'll come up with a plan.
All right.
All we need is the name of the ship and when it's leaving Tide's End.
Hey, I can do that.
All right.
I'm up with something.
We go to leave then?
Okay.
As we leave, Neil, they all leave. I hang back, and as I'm about to leave the door, I look over my shoulder. I give a disapproving look to Regina, and then I leave.
I then go back in because I was planning this. Oh, I forgot my hat. I brush past Ribbon. I close the door, and I walk up to Regina's desk. I pull in my backpack, and I pull out 3 strands of hairs. I put them on her desk, and I let her know these hairs are from the goddess herself. Please, in the future, make 3 potions and give them to someone you feel who is like in need of these, like a good adventurer with a good heart.
Cedric. That's Father Cedric. That's an incredibly generous gift. Are you certain?
Let's be honest. I'm probably going to die on my journey. I'd rather these go into good hands as I go throughout my journey so that people can continue to do good with them while I'm gone.
Of course. She finds a scrap of paper, folds it, lets the hairs like tuck neatly into the paper, folds it into like an origami letter as a temporary holding thing. You're a very generous man. You care deeply for the people around you. You will be good to this world.
I nod. And Elijah, I mean, what a dick, right? And then I leave.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You can hear her saying as he walks out the door one more time.
Right.
All right, party.
Time for
We've
dinner and a meeting.
Yeah. We've got a couple of things here. First off, there's these mines that we're going to go do. We might die in the mines and everything else is for naught.
Yep.
But if we survive the mines, I see before us 3 major action points, which we don't have to decide right now. There's going to Just Stars Bay, figuring out the stuff about the ship. There's returning to Aknara, seeing what's going on over there. And there's venturing into the desert to this potential point of interest, or maybe somewhere along the coastline looking for ancient or ruined or lost cities. These are the three things that I see you guys talking about a lot as major interests.
There's also the ruined tower down there that's just been discovered.
Oh,
bottom
yes.
right.
Yes, the ruins off the coast underwater.
Yeah, I think you could break them up into like going to Aknara, going to Just Stars Bay, or adventuring for a ruin. Those are like the three major.
That's right.
Well, and there's the whole piracy thing, which is more time critical.
Well, that's going to Just Stars Bay.
That's the Just Stars Bay. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we'd go to Just Stars Bay, would we?
Well, I'm saying that's what it would be called, because
There's
we
the
might have
Just
to go
Stars
to Just Stars
Bay-
Bay to get intel, right?
Yeah.
There's
Maybe.
a Just Stars Bay's actions and events. There's the Aknara actions events, and there's the ruins, right? These are the sort of three giant classes of things looming before you. The ruins don't ever appear to be time sensitive, because if they're ruins, they're not going anywhere. The Just Stars Bay stuff has like a medium time sensitivity. It's not right now, but at some point in the next couple of months, something's going to happen here, and there's an opportunity to do something, but it's not necessary. The Aknara stuff, well, you should probably return to Aknara and see what's going on and make sure your people aren't suffering. This is, again, it's critical that you do this at some point, but when you do it is sort of unclear. And that there is no immediate, this needs to be done right now thing can make it difficult to decide where to go. But this decision can be made after the mines. I think between now and our next session, we can get whatever materials we need. Was there anything else we wanted to do in odds before we call it for the day?
We got to do
Well,
that.
I just wanted to say,
I wrote notes for this meeting. Yeah, I
didn't know if we actually wanted to have the committee meeting. Let's do it.
I just want to say one thing. If the ship is going to be arriving in 3 to 4 months, we've got to travel to the coast. We've got to put together a crew, and we've got to find a ship and sail out into the sea and ambush it. So, I mean, realistically, how long will it take us to get from Odds to Lutz to get a ship?
This is what I'm thinking.
We
if
haven't
we could
got
get
that
a
much
ship
time.
from Just Stars Bay, if we could, like, you know what I mean?
But then it's a ship that's registered to Just Stars Bay. It's going to come back on us or come back to whoever hired us the ship. I feel like...
Yeah, we just tie them up, we park it inshore, we disappear off in the night, and then they're like, wait a minute, why are all the crew tied up? Huh? You know, there's lots of ways around that, I think.
Either way, I'm just saying we've got to travel to the coast, we've got to get a ship. We've got to meet the ship in the ocean within about 3 months, so it doesn't give us loads of time to, like, go back to Aknara. We've kind of got to be getting on that. If we want to do it, we've kind of got to be getting on it next.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, it's about 2 days to Adler, and then by boat from Adler to Lutz, this is something that Elijah would know. It's probably about 2 days, but you might have to spend a couple of days in Adler getting a passenger boat, right? So let's call it maybe a week or less to Lutz, and then a boat from Lutz to Just Stars Bay is that's probably like a 3 or 4 day voyage, and again maybe a couple of days looking for a boat. So 2 weeks or at the most is what you would expect to take to get to Just Stars Bay if you wanted to get there. Elijah would know that Just Stars Bay is the place. Like when you're bringing materials or supplies, or when you're doing international travel between Solemn and Ferodia, it almost always goes through Just Stars Bay.
Yep.
There's only a couple other major places on the coastlines. Seabreeze in the far north, people might go to, maybe sometimes, but also it's just not that big of a deal. And more likely down here to Agara, because this is a huge economy down here, so that might be a spot that a ship might go. But other than that, all the other coastal towns sort of, well, actually, maybe Zabara, maybe on the far, far side, but it's a little far from anything. So there's really only a few places that ships would go to and from Solemn. Everything else would mostly trade around Ferodia.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not saying... I know that the ship is going to be coming into Just Stars Bay. I'm just questioning whether or not we need to go to Just Stars Bay to find a ship. Because we're going to be taking that ship and sailing out into the ocean and hopefully, you know, destroying the other ship It might be safer
Yeah.
to do that from a different town, is what I was getting at. But
If you're going to leave Ferodia, you're probably also going to pass through Justar's Bay on your way out. It tends to be the big resupply point. It doesn't have to be, but it's like, 80% of the traffic would leave to Solemn from Justar's Bay. Now, that said, you might find a ship somewhere that would normally be going somewhere else, maybe down to the Dardanelles, and you might be able to convince them to take a detour. You might be able to charter a private vessel.
we're going to need our own ship if we're going to do this. We can't go on somebody else's ship, surely.
Okay.
No one's going to agree to piracy against Sensor Krellis.
Period.
Yeah, especially not someone in Justar's Bay.
But so I'm sorry, maybe I misunderstood things. You're going to buy and operate a ship on your own?
Or rent a ship.
There's no renting ships. You don't have the capacity to sail. Like, you don't have... None of you guys know how to sail.
Yeah.
You,
Well,
I
yeah, we
gotta
need
do
a
a
crew.
boat, but
No, we need
can,
to go
we
get a
could
fucking pirate
commission
crew.
a ship.
Yeah, we need a pirate crew. But we're not going to... What I'm saying is, we're not going to be going on a trading vessel and just say, oh, by the way, can we just make a stop so we can burn this other ship down?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
for some reason, that's what I thought your plan was. I must have misunderstood it.
Well, we
The
do
only
have a
place
ship
that
that's
you would
roaming
find
around
pirate
in the
vessels-
wild that owes us a favor, right? Remember we we made friends with that ship
That had been commandeered by Krellis's underling who we killed.
Yes, but that is a low-bottomed vessel meant for rivers and the coasts. That is different than a international waters, a blue water ship. They have different constructions.
Then do we give up
That person, though, they do owe you a favor. If anyone could help you find the vessel that you need, that person is the one. What's their name?
Well, maybe
I
the
wrote it down
better
ages
option
ago.
then is to...
Oh, no.
Maybe the better option is to, go to Justar's Bay, get on a trading vessel, and then take the crew hostage and say, we're doing this now. I mean, maybe that is the easier way of doing it.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to hire someone with enough trustworthiness to then just go assault a Varasi Empire ship. Like, that's a suicide mission in anyone's eyes.
we would need to find
And you don't have the tens of
rebellion.
thousands of gold to do that.
Well, then do we give up on the idea of accosting that shipment? I mean, yeah, at sea, do we try to hit it in the harbor?
That feels just more risky. Then we're surrounded. Then we're in Justar's Bay committing acts of terrorism. That feels like a recipe to get killed.
Listen, if you want to kill a ship at sea, what you got to do is you got to go find the mermaids. They have a fucking method for it, and we need to go do a quest for them, and then they'll do it for us.
There's no way we're finding them out. We can't do that.
I like
we're
this
just
idea.
we're just kicking the ball down the road a little bit with more
No, but I think
impossible tasks.
Maybe this is a path. We go to Justar's Bay. We say,
Wait.
we're looking for a boat to Solemn. Here's our fare. We go with them, and then halfway on the journey.
Wait. Elijah has an idea as we're talking about this. I assume in character. And he remembers the probably most influential thing that happened to him before the gods came down. Did I ever tell you guys what happened when I was on the
About your friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering, isn't this shipment going to have to pass through the rivers?
No, it'll go from Solemn directly to Justar's Bay, no?
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Wait, let me look at the map again.
John, little John, barely had a word so far. Says, I don't know if it's out of my place to speak.
Of course not.
Well, the ship goes from Tide's End to Justar's Bay, and the sea is very big, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
John, you're a
what
genius.
if we just went to Tide's End?
What if we just went to Tide's End, joined the crew, and then did whatever we needed to do on the way?
They say it's the biggest city in the world.
Ships disappear all the time. There's not even going to be...
Wait. Wait, so we try and get passage on Krellis's supply ship?
or any boat.
There might
Do
be
what?
more. There might be better piracy prospects in Tide's End. Wait, is Tide's End in the
That's
Verosky days, isn't it?
It's the biggest city in the world, he says. It's sort of the heart of the naval operations out there.
It's far from Krellis's eye, though. We might be safer in Tide's End than Just Stars Bay. I
Also
can
farther
see a
from
path
Markmara.
there. If we, yeah, that's a long journey then. But if we could just say find, if we knew the name of the ship, we could pay the captain for passage on his ship, and then once we're in the sea, we could commandeer the vessel.
Forenza speaks up. Or we wait for the ship to get to Just Stars Bay, and we just we hit it when it's there and run.
I like
That's
that plan.
I think that's suicide.
Everything
Hit
we
the
do is
cart in the
suicide. We're
streets?
fighting the most powerful evil empire in the entire world.
Yeah, but if you take actions
You
against
don't already
it in the
believe
seat of
you're
its
dead.
power,
You're clinging on to lost hope.
I'd rather survive longer and be able to strike more blows rather than strike one blow and then lose my life. If we take action against them in the streets of Just Stars Bay, I mean, that's where they're strongest to hit back.
I mean,
If we take action in the sea, there'll be days before they realize anything's happened.
it's a
Weeks.
big city. There's a lot of little
We have time
passageways.
to build
I know
contacts
my
inside Just Stars Bay. We have
Yeah,
time
I
to
know my
build-
way around there. And like you read the letter, I'm invisible there. Nobody even knows who I am, and nobody knows who you are. Until we strike, we are completely invisible. We can set up everything we want.
You could make
It
contact
just don't.
with resistance cells, thieves guilds, local criminals, anyone.
We can think about we have so much, like if we go there right now, we have so much time to set this up and plan this out. We have so many tools at our hands. Just think about Wall of Fog. Sorry.
Yeah, but what do you say? We burn the ship in the harbor before they unload the goods, or
Or we
we
just
attack them
target,
in the street?
we figure out which goods on the ship he needs, and we specifically steal those key pieces.
They'll take a cart going to his house, right? Or to his lair?
Is it not an entire ship's
John.
worth of goods that he's requisitioning?
Yeah, but even if we let's say one of the key pieces is like a particularly crafted bar of gold, we could just grab that and fling it into the ocean, and his plans are fucked.
Do we know anything about the size of this shipment?
No,
We don't know
he
what
has.
he's reckoned as requisitioning. It's generally
Yeah.
like a lot of stuff. It's his yearly requisition, so it should be like a great amount of things.
Elijah should have some idea of what a yearly shipment like this would look like. Like a pretty
Yeah.
good one.
Right. So this yearly shipment gets broken down into a couple of different categories. There is the like, this is what I need to continue my influence in this region, which, you know, if he doesn't get it from them, he can probably keep doing. Like that's like a regular resupply stuff. Then there's the stuff that he wants for his particular needs that he can't necessarily get from somewhere. That's going to be a much smaller amount of things. You know, maybe a wagon or two full. This would be specialty items that he can't get here. So it's not like food or silver or gold, although he might requisition that as well. This might be like, we don't have a glassmaker who can make this, and I want it. Or I need access to these spells, which I don't have. Send me over some copies of these spells. That sort of specialty item is usually like information or small and precious. It's not usually like, send me a 30 by 30 metal cage fully formed, you know? But you don't know exactly what form it's going to be in. But it's probably not like, you know, a huge item. Hopefully. Because if he orders like 1,000 swords and you prevent 1,000 swords from reaching Ferodia, like that doesn't make a difference. Maybe their people will be slightly less well armed.
You've convinced me.
And
We need to stop the sword shipment.
well, here's my question for you. Is this a shipment that you want to stop him from getting? Or is this a shipment that you want to confiscate so you have it for yourself? Because those are two separate tasks. If you want it for yourself, you can't just sink a ship.
What if we?
If you just want to prevent him from getting it, that's actually a
fucked
good
up his
approach.
shipment? Like, imagine he orders like a special vial to put in like a potion or whatever, right? What if we swapped it? Like, what if we messed
Change
with
the
his
contents of his
content?
requisition?
Yeah, then it would fuck up whatever he's doing.
Oh.
But is that not small fry? I mean, if we can commandeer the entire ship and take it and sail it to a different city that's aligned with our interest,
It would set
surely
back
that.
his research. He wouldn't know what was wrong. Deception is incredibly powerful.
We would have to know how to set it back, though, which I don't think we do.
We don't have the intel for it.
No. So I do think the best thing would be to commandeer the ship, take it to the pirate area, and then just be like, hey, pirates, we know of a ship that Krellis is going to use. If you help us, you can have half of what's on it, you know? We'll take half, you take half.
The thing about pirates is how the hell do you know you can trust them? Why
don't
wouldn't
think-
they just sell you out to Corbin Krellis?
Why do we need the pirates? I'm not following that
They
bit.
have the experience and
Yeah.
the skills to pull off the thing to actually capture the ship if we're trying to capture the ship.
We've got magic, right? I mean, I don't see why we can't pull it off ourselves. I actually think going to Tide's End and trying to get onto the ship is quite a good idea. We could use charm person and stuff like that to pay the captain to say, listen, we need to get back to Solemn tomorrow and you're leaving today. Can we get on your ship?
I'm down for that.
And then we just steal the ship when we're in the ocean.
But don't we need to steal it
well-
when they already put the shit in it?
Yeah, they put the shit
Oh,
in.
okay,
We
you said-
halfway
you said
back.
Solemn, so, alright,
Yeah, halfway back from Solemn,
got it.
we say, listen, we're gonna fucking kill you unless you sail this ship to insert a separate town.
Yeah, your money or your
That
life.
means traveling all the way to
Could
Tide's
you
End.
possibly go that would harbor such ships?
All of
And then
this
what
Pirate.
would
shit,
you
by
do
the
with
way,
the sailors?
all of this shit they can scry on.
Yeah, but they won't know it's missing until too
Yeah,
late, right?
I agree.
Yeah, unless they have like someone actively scrying constantly. I mean, who would do
I
that?
doubt that. Where would you go? I mean, I think you would have to go to the pirate area. That's the only place that you could. And then we could sell them
we
the
could-
ship, you know? They have a new
Yeah,
ship.
that's what I was
Pirate
saying.
area that's ideologically aligned with the Varasi
that's not
Empire.
good.
That's true, they are, yeah.
Can we not sell it in Lutz or Agara?
Do we give up on the ship?
We could give up on the
I
ship.
say let's spend the week thinking about it, thinking of ideas, rather
Let
than
it
make
cook.
a decision right now, because we still have to go
Okay.
and do the mines, and we can cook a plan.
Okay. Maybe it's time for the the democracy governmental meeting.
That's right.
I have a heart out. in the
Party
morning.
ends up in a tavern this evening.
I gather everyone. Thank you all for coming tonight. For our first Wardens of Ignara council meeting. He starts knocking on the table in hopes that everyone else. And I'd like to call for the chair of this meeting. Zephyr Shepherd.
Thank you.
That's my overseer.
Thank you so much, Elijah. So thankfully, we have no apologies today. Everyone is here for this meeting. Today's committee meeting has quite a few items on the agenda. We're going to be having
Elijah holds up
Elijah over
the
here.
agenda that he very neatly wrote on a sheet.
Elijah is my co-chair, secretary, and timekeeper, so he's going to be taking notes and keeping me on time for each topic.
That's right.
As you all know, Cedric is our bursar, and Riven is our warden, which confers her voting rights in this committee meeting. Our two newest members,
Fantastic.
and I indicate Berenza and John, they are currently of the rank Keeper, which is a new rank that we've invented, which allows you to participate in the meeting, but you have not yet earned the right to vote on matters. That is something that will be discussed. We will have
We
a
need to vote
policy
on
and
that.
we'll have a policy and a constitution drafted up in order to dictate how and when members can be promoted. Maybe there's a probationary period. We haven't quite figured all that out. Honestly, this whole committee warden thing is quite new. But the first item on the agenda has to do with the distribution of finances, loot, income
I raised my hand.
acquired by the committee. Yes, Riven? You have the
I was just
floor.
wondering if there's going to be refreshments at the meeting.
Of course.
that in the
There
budget?
has been an order. There has been an order made for beer.
Oh, the has? Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
John, could you quickly check on that? We won't continue until you're back.
Yeah, I got the drinks. He heads on over.
I go help him.
The two of you manage to, they're a little behind schedule here. There's a lot of people, and they got to bring up a new keg from down below, so it's been taking a bit. The rest of you can bring back 6 drinks. Or the two of you can bring back 6 drinks in a minute.
I cheers, Speranza.
Renza cheers you back.
They give you your
Cheers.
drink last.
I raise my drink and I say to Aknara, and then have a sip.
Ignara.
To Aknara.
Quick, Nora.
To Aknara. Where's Aknara? Says John.
Just get late.
You'll get to visit it at some point in the future. It's in the lake.
I can make a handout for you if you want after this, with the
Yeah, that would
basics.
be awesome if you could do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me be totally transparent with you guys. We want to align together on the matter of finances. When it was only 4 of us and all voting members on this council, the distribution of finances was very easy to decide upon. But now that we have non-voting members of this committee, we have to really make a decision on how, what level of compensation is appropriate. Like, say, for example, if we find 1,000 gold, there's 6 of us. Do we split it 6 ways? Is a certain amount kept for the entire committee expenses? Is everyone paid like a base wage? We have to kind of have that discussion. And so this meeting is going to be focused on having that discussion. The next meeting, we will take proposals and vote upon them. So I'm going to open up the floor to anyone who would like to make suggestions on how finances should be distributed based on their acquisition. The floor recognizes Cedric.
Yeah. I think that all funds should be party funds, and that we should all just agree on what we have to buy.
All funds are party funds.
Yeah. So if we have 100 gold, we all have 100 gold. And if Riven wants to go buy some new shoes because she realized that the ones that they're wearing right now are ugly, well then the party's got to agree to it.
Yeah, just to be totally like transparent and open with you, I really love this idea. I think it has really good alignment with like our goals towards achieving the defeat of our enemies and so on and so forth, and the liberation of all humankind from the boots of oppression. But I'm not entirely sure.
Here, says John.
But I'm not entirely sure that fancy new boots really is like the correct thing. Like maybe there should be a procedure for how money is spent. If it's
I raise my hand.
The floor recognizes Riven.
I'd like to raise 2 points. The first point I'd like to raise is that Elijah bought these boots for me out of his own funds from his own wages, and therefore it's separate to the pool of capital that belongs to the party.
This is correct.
And second, I would like to point out that Cedric bought his ugly armor without consulting the group from the party funds.
Yeah.
Well, we don't
think
have to point
really appreciate
fingers either
you-
way. I, by the way, think that the boots are quite nice.
Thank you.
But I see some. So I also love the idea, Cedric, and
Thank you.
Elijah got a little bit proud when he saw Zephyr use a little bit of his rhetoric. Love the idea, and
There's
I
an egg
agree.
timer on the table, and I kind of look at it and tap it.
So hurry up, Elijah.
Impressive.
Wait, did the floor ever recognize Elijah? Zephyr?
That's true.
The floor is open to discussion currently.
Oh, okay.
Love the
It
idea.
shouldn't be as fun as it is.
I've written down a couple problems with that procedure, if I may, because I knew that was coming this up, and I'd like to propose a thing that I kind of have. So, I think the problem is that if we have to, go through a voting process for every single thing that we buy, it's going to slow us down significantly and kind of slow down the process of us, saving the world from eternal damnation and all that. And my idea was, I agree that there should be a large amount of party funds that belong to us all and that we agree upon can be spent on anything, but I do think that it could be of use if there was a percentage of that went to our personal wages that we would be free to spend however we wanted. If I want to go at night and buy a meat pie, I don't want to have to consult the entire group to do that. And I think even a meat pie at night for some personal time can sometimes aid in stopping the entire damnation of the world. So I have proposed some let's call it a tiered system as to what percentages go to each person, but this is can obviously go to discussion. It's kind of just based on like the responsibilities that everybody holds and stuff like that, and we can go on that. But I do think that just having to monitor every single purchase in the party through the whole group is just extremely inefficient, and I think having some amount of flexible money left over, even if we're just on a personal mission, if I'm on a mission on my own to get something done, I don't want to have to think about if the money that I'm spending is approved for or not. So if we're going to do this process, I think we should have just a little bit of personal leeway and stuff like that.
Okay, let's hear it.
I can read it. It's not really that the numbers aren't really that important, honestly. I just in general, I think the
Let me see those numbers.
I raise my hand. I have an alternative suggestion.
Well, he hasn't even gotten through with his
Wait, hold on.
He doesn't have the numbers.
Elijah,
I do have the numbers. I just don't think that we need to.
Well, let's hear them.
Okay.
Well, so I think we all agree that a large portion of the money that we earn should go towards the party funds, and I have that at currently I have that sitting at 60% of all the money that we earn, and then the 40% left over gets split between 6 people, and then I have obviously most of that going to, or the largest part of that, because she is the person with the most decisions to make, and then there's decisions that she can be free to make, going to Zephyr. So that would be half of that would be going to Zephyr, so that's 20%.
Okay.
And then we have the next tier is like the people in like the
May
secondary.
I chime in?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Berenza,
ahead, Lord. My lord.
Please. The floor recognizes Berenza.
Much of what Lord Elijah over here said holds great water. Some things should be paid out of party expenses. Armor protects us all, even if only one person wears it.
You hear that,
Spells
Riven? I
aid
smashed
us
my
all.
Very wise. Very wise.
I say we set aside 60%, like Elijah said, of all wealth for party funds to be spent on things that we need. This includes travel and lodgings. The remainder should be divvied up amongst the party based on their capabilities. If someone is a spear wielder and a torchbearer, a very noble task, but that's still quite not as valuable as perhaps a cleric who can heal, or a man who wields flame blades.
True.
So,
yes.
So why don't we create a system by which we, calculate a person's
work
level of contribution, and then based on their class of contribution, they get a little bit more. So
A sort of class system of hierarchy?
a caste system, yeah.
Well,
So, someone who throws rocks
need
at
to
people, not worth very much.
we need to recognize the value that everyone brings to the table. So let's
I
say
agree.
you're a level 1 spear thrower.
Okay.
You're worth 1 share. And if you're a level 2 spear thrower, you're worth 2 shares. But if you're a magic user, perhaps, instead of getting 1 share per level, maybe you get 3 shares per level. We can fudge and massage the numbers, but this way everyone gets something based on their needs. And if we have, if John becomes a mighty powerful warrior, and then we bring in a new squire for John, they're not being paid the same amount because the mighty warrior has contributed more and can contribute more and can take on harder jobs.
So you propose shares based on level. What about the would a
class.
cleric maybe
Well, what about a
get
noble?
twice as much as a warrior?
Well, Well, let's just say spellcasters and non-spellcasters. And let's say spellcasters get, just to throw a number out there, 3 times the value of non-spellcasters. That might be a little low, maybe 5 times as much. Because, I mean, what's 1 wizard versus 5 spear throwers?
Well, I think those spear throwers, it depends. I think a lot of spear throwers could win that fight. Now, if the wizard
So you think you're 5 times as valuable as John?
Wait, I raised my hand. Sorry.
Well, why would those spellcasters need that much money if party funds are already paying for their spells and armor and things?
Very true.
Well,
Overseer, if
because
you'd allow me to speak on this matter, I
Uh,
think we could all agree.
Lorenzo yields his time to Riven.
Thank you,
Yes.
Lorenzo. I think we could all agree we're not in this to enrich ourselves.
Of course.
Correct?
Yeah, no,
Around
nobody's
the
saying
table.
that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so this isn't really a question of making money for oneself. It's just a question of how to apportion the party funds and allow daily spending efficiently, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, rather than splitting the money between us, why don't we have limits that require certain levels of sign-off? So if you're making a purchase that's under 5 gold, you can authorize that yourself.
okay.
If you want to make a purchase that's 25 gold, perhaps you need sign-off from 2 people. If it's a 50 gold purchase, you need sign-off from 3 people. If it's over 100 gold, the whole party needs to sign it off. Now, the numbers, I'm sure Elijah could come up with some more appropriate bands here. And perhaps there is 2 tiers for wardens and non-wardens, maybe. So perhaps a warden
spellcasters
can...
and non-spellcasters.
Player characters and non-player characters.
Well, I think something like that is more in spirit with, rather than enriching ourselves, but more works towards the goal of trying to make daily spending more efficient.
That's a good idea, Riven.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think that's a. I think that's a, I think that idea aligns certainly with our goals towards liberating the world from oppression. But I'm not entirely sure. Like, for example, how open to that system is it for abuse? For example, if you say if 5 gold is the limit, why don't I just buy a bunch of things that cost 5 gold without telling anybody and then sell them? And all of a sudden I have 40 gold to spend, and now
Well, let's
I don't
say
have to
5
ask
gold a
anyone
day.
that. Personally, I think I quite like the idea of maybe like a daily stipend that everyone gets. Like, for example, we know for a fact that the cost of food for somebody a day is
Was it
how much,
silver?
Neil? What is like a silver a day?
Like, yeah, 2 silver a day, something like that.
So what if the minimum amount that anyone is, gets per day just to maintain their basic functions would be 2 silver a day? Maybe you could,
I think there's a word for this. It's called a wage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this wouldn't be a
It's
wage.
kinda
This
what
would
I've been-
be a financial
stipend.
assignment.
Well, perhaps we pay everyone 10 gold a month, and then everything after that, we use
For
the
party
sign-off
funds.
method.
Agreed. 10 gold a month to everybody, and everything else is party funds. And then if you need like a big purchase, you can talk to the group.
Okay, so we're not doing.
Whoa.
Well, hold on.
We're going to say all contributions are
Yeah,
equal?
I think that maybe.
Well, I was gonna say 2 silver a day minimum plus 1 silver per level.
Listen, Brenz, I think you're the most important member of this group with your magic missile. Please don't ever take anything but that out.
I like Zephyr's idea here.
He blushes.
I think there should be some additional compensation for being with the group for a while. There should be incentives for that.
I think voting members should maybe get an extra silver a day, or
To what end? This is not about enriching ourselves.
It's not. Well, it's not
Lorenzo
about
needs just as much food as John.
yeah,
It's-
but
well-
this is like this is a wage that you can take if you need for your own personal. Like if you need to go buy I don't know, something cheap like rations, you can go buy an extra ration or 2.
You need rations. That's party funds.
Right. That
Some
was a random.
people's action. My apologies.
Go ahead.
Some people's actions outside of typical shopping patterns may be influential to the party. For example, if you need an introduction to a fancy house, or to a noble party, or to some sort of grand event, there may be a social class requirement to get there. And to then make those connections, even if one has the social class, you may need to attend and visit and spend on things appropriate to that level. If we're trying to make connections within Just Stars Bay, Elijah can't be spending silvers a day. He'll
Right.
need to have free reign to spend some amount of money as he see fits to maintain a certain lifestyle that can then invite those
But do you see how this would just be
Barinza,
party funds?
I'm beginning to like your style more and more. The two of us should stay after this.
I
and
just feel like this is all party
have another
funds.
beer.
Speaking of which, Riven, give me the ring. I'm gonna get it identified for you at Holly tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my hand it to you.
I put it on.
I'm gonna get this back, right?
So about party funds. Yes, you will get it back.
Yeah, I hand it to you.
I just think there's been a very well-established system that's been used for countless generations.
Right.
Where people who have more influence and power are given more leeway
right.
to spend.
I would like
Spellcasters
to
get
throw
10
the
gold a
word.
month.
I would like to throw
Non-spellcasters
the
get
word
5.
responsibility in here as well. It's just that I think that the people who wield more responsibility in the group probably and make more decisions should probably also have greater freedom to make decisions for themselves and can be trusted in that way as well.
Yes,
Okay.
those that have shown that they are consistently contributing might find more ways to use party funds for the party good on their own, whereas newer members or those who contribute less significantly, they don't need as much.
Mm-hmm.
In the interests of moving the meeting on, can I make a suggestion? Perhaps, Elijah, you could take away these two suggestions: one, the sign-off method, and two, the wage method, and write up a report with pros and cons that you could present at the next committee meeting, and then we could make a decision.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Thank you for that. That's actually hugely helpful,
Thank
Riven.
you.
I really appreciate that. I'm so glad to have you on the team. I was going to say that maybe we should all, for the interested parties, please raise your hand if you're interested in making a full proposal at the next committee meeting, and then we will hear out those proposals, and we will vote upon them. So,
Both NPCs raise their hands.
okay, perfect.
Elijah raises
We're gonna
his
have
hand.
we're gonna have 6 proposals to go through at the next committee meeting, and then we will have to make a decision on which ones we will.
Well, we ran out of time for this
forward.
meeting now.
Well,
Right.
but that's,
But is
that's the
that-
end of this agenda point. There is another agenda point that I would
Yeah.
like to get to.
Sorry,
Riven,
before we
go
get on
ahead.
to that, I would. Will there be chance for any other business at the end of the meeting?
Yes, there will be.
Well,
Thank you.
I would
Okay,
like
carry
that
on.
to be proposed for next time.
No, I have something important to bring up. It's just a quick question.
Is it on the docket?
No,
It's under any other business?
AOB is the point in time in the meeting is a chance for anyone to bring up things that weren't necessarily on
Thank
the
you.
agenda.
Yep.
So the next agenda point, Elijah, I'm having trouble reading what you wrote here. Is this voting? Is that what you wrote?
Voting, yeah, voting.
I don't think we have anything to vote on today, but we do need to discuss policy with regards to elevating members from keepers to full wardens. In the past, that was solely at the discretion of myself as the overseer. However, I recognize that in order to make this organization more egalitarian, equalitarian, and aligned with the values of individual human flourishing, that we should probably take on a more democratic way of promoting members of the party to full members of the wardens.
I
Dude,
disagree.
it looks like I'm gonna put Koibu to sleep with the way I'm talking.
I'm writing Barenza's proposal.
I disagree. We were founded as you're the leader. You stay the leader. You choose who becomes a warden. This has been a thing for hundreds of years.
Trust the Americans who want fascism.
This is tradition.
Ooh. Okay, out of curiosity, can I just get a vibe check with the voting members? Would you guys like to retain the power of choosing who is a voting member and not in the overseer?
I trust you.
I vote.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you don't put
Okay,
your hand
that's
up, then
perfect.
you don't trust them.
Okay, so we don't need to change that now. That can be brought up again at a future date. Finally, we're going to move on to AOB. Riven, I believe you had something you wanted to bring up.
I think it's an important one. I was just wondering if there's anyone designated as a HR officer.
It's me.
Is it?
Technically, the co-chair, the vice chair, secretary, timekeeper / hand of the overseer is kind of doing HR. But if you're interested in doing that, that's something that we can definitely discuss at the next committee.
That's
It's
true.
just I was just, let's say hypothetically, if one of the members of the committee was suffering bullying at the hands of another member of the committee, where would they raise that complaint, and what would be the process for handling that complaint?
We'll have to bring
That's
it up to the
actually
next meeting.
That's a really good question. I'm not entirely sure. We don't actually have a policy or a constitution with regards to bullying right now. We would have to do some data research on what best practices are in the industry at the moment.
I just think, like you said here, in the interest of continuous human development and flourishing, it would be good to have something in place.
I think a very simple policy can be just don't bully people. I think that's a
that
good
makes sense.
starting point.
I personally, I thought that was
I
always a
agree.
rule. Yeah.
That should be a rule, yeah. I
Should
raised
be a
my
rule.
hand. I have a thing for next.
Yeah, go ahead. The floor recognizes Cedric.
We're
Magic
getting a
item
little bit off
distribution?
topic. I just wanted to say, but yeah.
Magic item distribution. How do we choose who gets each magic item?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Well, I would, if I may. It feels like there's probably a person best suited for each item, or a situation best suited for each item. Just because someone is carrying the item doesn't mean they own it, right? Like we own all the equipment together.
I nod.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not bought
realistically,
from our
all of these
personal
items
wages.
belong to the struggle for independence against the Verasi or indeed any oppression. But we're
Exactly.
merely conduits through which those items are acting on a temporary basis.
Because I
So
think
I
Elijah
would
has
propose
the
that.
best use for it.
Yeah, I would propose that we vote on who has the best use for it.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, I'm
Okay.
gonna go talk with Holly before night's end and see if she can get this identified, and so we can know what it does, so we can see whose best use is for it.
Agreed. There is another point on the agenda as a reminder. We're kind of closing on time, so we should probably address this. I wrote down a constitution.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we need to draft a constitution for the party. I know we have like the historical.
I'm gonna have to get my gnome lawyer to read this.
I know. I know we have like the historical precedent of like the Ancient Order of the Wardens and like the Overseer and like Nara and all this sort of stuff. But if we really want to bring this organization forward into the future, I think we really should draft up a constitution that sort of reflects the values that we want to, put out into the world, so that if anyone wants to join us or know more about us, we have like a really easy document that we can share with them.
I don't agree.
Can I suggest that we seem to be discussing some real fundamental issues at this committee meeting, and it seems like we're going to be discussing some more at the next. Perhaps we delay the constitution for maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 months, at which point we'll have sorted through many of these foundational issues, and at that point, I'm sure Elijah would be able to draft a great first draft of the constitution.
I could see what I can. Sure. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Well,
All those in
perhaps
agreement?
Brenda says, I know I'm not a voting member, but perhaps we should imbue the Overseer with ultimate authority
Agreed.
and permit them to make all decisions. And we all just agree to do whatever the Overseer says, as they are the clear leader and one in charge.
That's what I'm talking about. That's return to tradition. Yes.
And
I
The
vote that.
Overseer has called a committee meeting, and that's why we're here.
Makes sense.
I was of the impression that that's what we were doing.
You're not a voting member.
I understand.
You can register your discontent, but unfortunately, you don't have voting rights at this committee.
Pretty weird for a lord, huh? A little topsy-turvy, huh?
Well, I for one vote to retain my voting rights. I think some issues are best decided as a group.
I'd vote to get rid of my rights.
I
I vote for Cedric to lose his rights too.
All in favor of Cedric losing his voting rights, please raise your hand.
All right.
Oh my god, Cedric loses voting rights!
Unanimous.
I sit back in my chair, a free soul, no longer having to worry about democracy.
I think that
Well, I know who's not getting any magical items. Am I right, guys?
I get up and run to Holly's to go and see if we can get this identified before the session's over.
Well-
There's a certain class of viewer for who this is peak D&D content.
I've really enjoyed this. To be fair.
And then there's most D&D viewers for whom this is the worst thing in the world.
I think you'd be surprised. I mean, most of you guys don't have office jobs, but probably for most of the viewers, this is pretty on point.
I personally love it.
So
All right, continue.
I'm really glad. I think the issue of the Constitution and voting rights and like the distribution of power inside the committee of the Overseer and Wardens and the new what did we call it? The Sons of Ferris. Definitely is something that we can bring up at the next committee meeting.
Yep.
But I think we are kind of running over a little bit of the time that we allocated for this. I know you all have important business that you need to get to. So are there any other final things that we want to bring up before we wrap this up?
Cedric is already gone.
Nothing
from me.
Yeah, nothing from my side either. Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. And
I now close this meeting and I like gavel my beer on the table.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. John leans back in his chair, wipes sweat from his brow. You notice his hands are slightly shaking. Oh my God. Is this what it's like? Give me an axe and a tree any day of the week.
With great power comes great responsibility, John.
How much are we getting paid?
Nothing
I
else.
think that's still to be decided.
it's still to be decided by the next meeting. We'll have proposals, and then
You should submit your proposal
Vote
at
on
least a
it.
week before the meeting.
yeah,
please make sure you have your proposals in at least a week before the meeting so they can be reviewed for any potential conflict.
and you can bring those all to
When's
me,
the
and I
next-
can.
John looks longingly at the bar and looks back at his empty beer beer stein, and looks longingly at the bar and then like slumps in his chair.
I think it's time
Let's
to
get
get
this
to the
man
bar.
some more beer.
Yeah.
John has 0 coins to his name and has only the money that you are giving him in a moment. Actually, I think someone gave him a little bit of cash
I hand
I
him
give John
9
6
copper.
already.
I give
him
John
9
6
coppers.
gold. I give him 6 gold. I've got 23 gold. I give him 6. That's
Yeah.
his monthly
Excellent.
wages.
I had some
Yeah.
change too. I'll hand him a few coppers so he can buy himself beers without breaking a goal.
You said 9 copper, and
9
Nick,
copper.
you said 6 gold.
6 gold. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. John has a great night.
That was fun. I can't
Okay.
wait for our next committee meeting.
I
Yeah,
know, yeah. Can we just skip to the next committee meeting?
Well, let's quickly do.
Set up for the mine.
You know what? Yeah.
Yep.
Let's come back next week with the mine and the ring.
Okay.
Because we are out of time.
Sweet.
All right.
All right, congratulations on surviving your session, everybody. Let's dole out a little bit of experience in this session. We learned some info.
That's it.
Yeah, we had a
We
bad
traveled
meeting,
back to odds.
but every meeting's
Yep.
like that.
We met Regina again.
Mm.
We talked about the mines. And we talked about the Constitution
We fleshed
Rights.
out the ship plan a little bit.
and pay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. And objectives.
They gave out some god hairs.
God
Yeah.
hairs.
You did do that. That's kind of crazy of you.
Okay.
honestly.
You've been kinda giving those out like they're
Generous.
nothing. Yeah.
I kind of
Yeah.
gotta, because we're gonna die and then I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna be mad. So fuck
We're
it.
not gonna die. We're not gonna die.
So small
Didn't cast any
amount
spells.
for this. No one cast any spells.
Nope.
Well, you tried to cast alarm uselessly, but I scared you out of it.
Yeah.
Return to odds. Talk with Regina. We learned all the juicy gossip and drama. The juicy gossip and drama is worth something.
Did we get a single dice roll? Oh, we got a couple of charisma checks, I think.
I don't think. Yeah. There was I called for a surprise check and some combat encounter checks.
There was a ton of good
Yeah.
roleplay today, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Picked up this quest, but most of the XP will come from finishing it. Did a little bit of this. Did the Constitution stuff, which is worth a little XP, divided by 6 characters. Everyone take home 167 experience points. Woo!
That was great.
160.
7.
167.
Okay.
This is
So-
John's first experience. He has 167 XP now.
What does he
Nice
use
work,
to
John.
the level out of curiosity?
1,000, I think. that right now?
2,000.
2,000 shit.
We'll get him there.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe a little less because he's not a single classed fighter. He's
Isn't he?
just an NPC.
Oh.
So
Wait, he's not a
gonna
fighter?
get specialization.
Oh, what? Come on, why not?
So he'll need less experience because he's not a proper fighter.
Wait, why isn't he a fighter?
Fighter?
That's crazy.
He's
Come on,
not
he has to be a fighter,
on.
surely.
He's got a fucking spear. That's why he joined the party. He's gonna be heroic.
No,
You
he's
gotta give him
a
fighter.
You
But,
can't
like,
give us
your
a 9-in
average-
wizard and a fighter that's not a fighter.
Your average, 3-hit die mercenary doesn't have specialization. Most
Why
the
not?
fighters, most NPCs don't get these sorts of bonuses. When you're fighting
How much?
people.
What?
Some of them do. Knights
Does
do.
he have 3-hit die
If he were a
then?
knight, he definitely. Well, no, he's 1 level right now. I was just making an example.
Well, that's why I'm
Well,
saying.
what's his class then?
Right now, his class is NPC.
That's not a
He
class.
doesn't have a. Yeah, he's not a player character. He's like a creature out of the Monstrous Manual. They don't get specialization.
Why the fuck did I buy this guy armor?
Well, why does he get an XP then? He can't level up if he's not got a class.
Well, I was good. That he's in between class areas, and I think that's why his XP total should go lower. Maybe he only needs like rogue XP to level, or maybe like cleric at 1500, like cleric XP, and he doesn't get specialization, but then he levels a little bit faster.
But will he get +1 to hit every level like a fighter or not?
Monsters and NPCs get +2 every 2 levels. And he rolls D8 instead of D10 for HP. So he's somewhere in a weird spot that there's not a rule for, but I'll make a rule.
Yeah.
Could he
okay.
become
Yeah.
a fighter?
That is an excellent question. One, I will consider between. Oh, hold on. I actually have a little notepad on how we teach and train. Where is it? Right here. Mechanics. Leveling NPCs. Blah, blah, blah.
I feel like he should have raised his lack of fighting ability at the committee.
Should have raised that
Yeah.
before he joined the fucking group.
Yeah.
I definitely think
He's just-
unclassed NPCs should get lower wages than classed NPCs.
He's just cost us all about 30
Oh, that's
XP
what-
each.
That's what Berenza was saying.
That is what Berenza was saying.
We can definitely come up with a
I'll
system
come up with a system.
that will perfectly evaluate the value of a human life, I'm sure.
Yeah. Totally. The EPA does it. It's fine.
True.
Okay.
All right. Good session, everybody.
Fantastic
See you
session.
next time.
See you next
See you
time.
next Tuesday. Woohoo!